Hello, what's up this morning, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up? Golden Dragons, Thornbud, Tyler Black, Liam Tazinger. Good to see ya. I'm TG Goldfish. I guess that might be me in the chat. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone is having a spectacular day. The Mega Magikarp. Welcome back to the Fishbowl for the, I don't even know. Let me see. How many months do we got here? It's a lot of months. For the 31st month, thank you for your subscription. Big super share for you. I want to marry my English teacher when she got out of I wanted to marry my English teacher when she got out of jail, but apparently you can't end a sentence with a proposition. Do you have a book of these, Mega Magikarp? I swear. Either you have a book of horrible dad jokes, which is awesome, or you're just really good. You're sitting around all day thinking of these horrible dad jokes, because you always have one. I'm impressed with the consistency. Grucha Gruta, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So today, it is time for our long-awaited draft stream. Normally, we do a draft stream day one of the set release. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Are we balling? Is this still live? Oh, God, that's like $50. Wait, do we do this? Oh man, do we just go big? Do we go big? Do we just go hardcore gambling mode? I kind of wonder, man. I don't like sealed though. Sealed. I was planning on doing a draft, but in theory, we could just spend a huge amount of money and try to win a collector booster box. Do a little arena gambling. Hey, what's up, Jesse? How are you? Good to see you. But the plan today is we're doing some limited. We'll probably start with the draft. We'll see how the draft goes. Maybe we work up to trying a sealed. We'll see as we go along. If it was draft, I would do it. I just don't enjoy sealed as much. I always have this fear with sealed. And I know this happens because it's happened to me before. I'm sure it's happened to you before. That you do a sealed, you go to your pre-release or whatever, and you get the like 5 rare land sealed pool, and you're just like, oh no. You're just like screwed before you even start. In draft, I feel like because the packs go around and the colors and how cutting works and everything, like there's a better chance that you're gonna end up with a functional deck. Sealed is just like the variance. The variance is so brutal. It's so brutal. Yeah, that is true. I can just put it on the goldfish card, can't I? Shh. Richard, are you here in the stream, Richard? Oh, okay. Well, if Richard's not here, I get maybe we just go balling. Pull out the company card, go to town. Oh, also before we get into limited, but limited is the plan for today. We have a couple interesting pieces of news I wanted to bring up. So first, if you're a fan of best standard deck ever, we did a second chance poll. If you haven't voted in it, I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you've already voted in it, don't vote in it again, please. That would be awkward. But if you would like to vote in the second chance poll, here's what we're doing for best standard deck ever. So as of yesterday's match, every single one of the non-wildcard decks in the first round has played their first match. Next week, we have our wildcard match, which is going to be Richard. Oh, God, freaking Richard. Richard picks Mono Blue Tempo. Hooray. I pick Panharmonicon. So next week is Mono Blue Tempo versus Panharmonicon wildcard match. And then we're going to do this mini play-in tournament. So what we want is people to vote, and we're going to end up with 4 decks that lost in the first round, and they're going to do a little mini play-in bracket, and whoever wins that is going to make it into the second round. And here is where things are right now. So right now, we're like 5,000 votes in. Badger Mocub is going to make an appearance in the bracket, 1,000,000%. It is running away with it. We added a 2026 Badger Mocub deck. People want to see it. So Badger Mocub gets in the bracket. Simic Oko doing really well. It's in second place at the moment. So likely going to be Simic Oko. And then the next 3 that are kind of in the running for the last 2 slots, the deck I think probably going to make it Psychotog, although there may have been some voting irregularities with Psychotog that I'm looking into, which might be inflating its total a little bit. And then Delver, those are the other decks that are over like 10%. I guess Omnath is also just over 10%. So yes. So if you haven't voted yet, go vote. And then we're going to do a little play-in. I think it's probably going to be Badger Cub, the deck, Oko, and then either Psychotog or Delver, depending on how we decide to figure that part out. But it's probably going to be those 4 decks. So if you haven't voted yet, go vote. I'm very excited to see some of these decks again. Can Jeskai Lessons make an appearance? Man, maybe we should we put multiple 2026 decks on there? At this point, probably no, because we've already done the bracket. So it's probably unlikely we had another 2026 deck. But who knows? Maybe we do something else in the future if we figure it out. I'm actually a little bit worried that Badgermole Cup is going to do really well. and they might run away with it. Voting irregularities there. Okay, so here's the voting irregularity. So here's what happened, and I shouldn't even say this on stream. Y'all are good, right? You're not going to take advantage of this. I trust you. I trust you, chat. I trust you to not abuse this knowledge. So, okay, here's what I ran into. Yes, I know people are allowed to submit multiple forms. So here's the issue I ran into. I wanted it to be accessible to everyone. The way I wanted to do this was just do it in YouTube itself, but they only let you put 3 options on a YouTube poll, so I couldn't put all the decks. So I had to do it through Google Forms. The 2 options were either make it so, unfortunately, people, if they do it, which I hope they don't, but some people have, can vote multiple times, or you need to require them to sign into a Google account to vote. And I felt that might just make it too hard for everyone on YouTube to vote. I don't know how many people got Google accounts that they can log into, so I didn't want that barrier there. But then someone took advantage of it, and there was like a period of 20 minutes when Psychotog plus 2001 Fires got submitted 127 times in like 20 minutes. Same exact bracket. It was like almost all the votes for Fires from the entire poll, like more than half of them, or from this one poll. They're all exactly the same ballots again and again and again. So I think someone did take advantage of it a little bit. So do not do that to go rig the voting. Plus I took a screen cap, so I know where it is now. But yeah, so that's going on. The other news before we get into this draft, I got to know what y'all think of this. This one caught me by surprise. So this just came out yesterday. Magic Arena introducing in-game player reporting, which I think this is like, I think this is a good thing. Hopefully this is a good thing. So in-game player reporting. So there's going to be an option in Arena starting today-ish, starting today, where you can report someone through the client itself. Before, reporting someone on Arena was almost impossible. It wasn't even worth it. You had to like find their website and do all this stuff. It was just like, it was set up in a way where it really disincentivized any sort of reporting. So now you're going to be able to report in-game. Here is what you can report currently. Inactivity, so basically roping, hate speech, inappropriate usernames, verbal abuse, spamming. I gotta say, reading this, they gotta be adding chat, right? There has to be. Hey, what's up, Stone Rain? How are you? Good to see you. They got to be adding chat, right? Like, how in the world do you hate speech someone, or verbally abuse someone, or even spam someone on Arena currently? Like, I guess your friends list, you can kind of chat to your friends list. So I guess you could hate speech someone that you're friends with, or verbally abuse someone that you're friends with. But a lot of this stuff doesn't seem to apply to how Arena is currently. So I'm pretty convinced that they are going to end up adding chat to Arena. I think they almost have to add chat to Arena at this point. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad, though. I think like being able to report people is a positive. My one concern is this one. I feel like this is going to lead to a lot of reports. And from what they announced, where does it say? Somewhere in here, they're like, oh, this thing. They've partnered with GGWP, a moderation platform used across the game industry. I don't know the details on this, but from what I've heard people talking about this, apparently GDWP is like an AI-based moderation system. So I hope that, I just hope this works out well, because I do know that like if you play on mobile, Arena crashes a ton. You also have just like people who think longer or whatever when they're playing. So I'm very curious to see how many inactivity reports they are, and if we end up in a situation where people are getting in trouble or getting suspended or getting banned or something just because they play on mobile and it's super clunky or whatever. So it's going to be interesting to see how that part works out. Like, I think you definitely want to be able, the intent has to be this. The intent has to be, and I'm sure you've played against those people. Like, I'm sure you play against someone who they're about to lose. They have like 4 timeouts saved up, and they sit there through the whole thing saltily. and let each one run out. The worst are the people that, like, when the clock is about to run out, they'll make one action to extend the clock and just keep doing that. Like, stuff like that, no place in the game. You should be reported, you should be out of there. Hopefully this is how this is used and how it plays out. Like, if it gets rid of that stuff or minimizes that stuff, I think that's a win for everyone. If it ends up being a bunch of, like, mobile players getting reported just because a Wizards is not good at making mobile games and it crashes all the time, then it kind of makes the system a little bit more awkward. So curious to see where it goes. Yeah, poor Gab. Gab's gonna get all the reports. I think Gab, he would get reported at the Pro Tour probably. Oh, that reputation just cannot shake the slow player reputation. Oh, I love Gab though. Gab's one of my favorite streamers and pros to watch. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? But Arena's got to know that. I imagine it's got to be some sort of system where, like, it must be the number reports or something, right? There's no way that you're playing a game, you have to run to the bathroom or have an emergency, ends up roping on Arena, and then you just get banned. Like, there's no way that's how the system's gonna work. So it's gotta be, like, number reports or something. Hopefully it's just not an abusable system where someone gets mad at someone and gets all their friends to report them, or, like, I mean, it's a good thing. It'll just be interesting to see how it works out in practice. I'm working on Mardu midrange, right? Let me look at this Mardu midrange deck, and then we're gonna jump into draft number 1. Mardu midrange, eh? Mardu, I think midrange is back. Like, Demir's number 2 in standard right now. Ooh, Bob action. Bob and a bat. Golem. I think Golem's good. Midnight Reaper. Card used to be good. I don't know if it's still good. Preacher of the Schism. Ba-dum-bum. A Braid Burst. Like, yeah, it looks solid. Reasonable curve. Good creatures. That actually looks like a pretty solid attempt at a deck to me. Yeah. I mean, seems fine. I like it. No one drops, but I think that's fine for a mid-range deck. You got enough early game removal. I don't know. It looks like a deck that I would enjoy playing. Anyway, are we ready? Are we ready for Hobbit draft number 1? Also, chat. Oh, I got to do our reminders, don't we? All right, reminders. I'm forgetting about that. Do you know how to raid on Twitch? I do, Heroic Gerbil. I do. Replay YouTube. That's for all the old streams, including this one to the future. Normal YouTube. Actually, I forget the replay YouTube thing. That doesn't work anymore. Normal YouTube. Best standard deck ever. Some sweet against the odds decks. Lots of Hobbit stuff coming out. So keep an eye out for all that. One more shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. Maybe even get a goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes and they will hook you up. Best standard deck ever tournament made me not like mid-range as much as I used to. No, we're avoiding Rakdos. Do I think that Gleaming Splendor is overrated right now? A little bit. I think that it's one of those rare cards that is overrated but still good, if that makes sense. Like, I am not expecting that it is going to be, crashing to $2, utterly unplayable, anything like that. But I do think the hype level in the excitement for something that looks a little bit like Smothering Tithe, if you squint hard enough, is maybe causing people to be a little overly excited for it. I think that it's going to end up somewhere in between where the current perception is and what the full downside case is, essentially. I feel like Standard slowed down enough where you don't need to start pressuring on turn 1 anymore. I think it has. Best tribe right now. Best tribe right now is tough. Like, in standard or overall? I've been playing a lot of goblins lately. I think there's a video coming up, so I'm not going to play it today. But I think I might have figured out the artifact goblin deck, finally, that I was talking about last stream. I think I might have figured it out. Hey, what's up, Siege Lino? How are you? Good to see you. By the way, did the most recent message on Discord you get from me, is important to budget magic, not going to anything stream inappropriate if you want to check it out. In the Budget Magic series. Wait, when was this Mega Magikarp? I feel like I don't think I've gotten any messages from you in a while, at least not that I have seen. Unless I missed it somehow. Anyway, so chat, are you ready for some limited? The question is this, chat. So, the Hobbit is designed to be a pick 2 draft format. How do you feel about that? Should we do some pick 2ing, or should we do Premier? Like, what's the vibe about pick 2? I actually kind of like pick 2. The thing I like about pick 2 is we get through the drafts quickly, so we'll get through more drafts. I think it's realistic to do like 2 or 3 pick 2 drafts when it's probably more like 2-ish Premier drafts, depending on how it goes. But if people just really don't like pick 2, we can do Premier draft anyway, even though it means getting through slightly less. Probably not sealed, just... if we do sealed, it's probably the super expensive try to win a box sealed at the end of the stream. Like that. If we do sealed, it's probably that. I just don't really enjoy sealed that much, honestly. So... oh, yeah, we could. How do we do a poll? Oh, no. See, I'm not sure how to do the polls now that we have Twitch and YouTube going. That actually makes it more complicated. I don't know why Richard loves sealed. I still don't love sealed. I really don't. Pick 2 direct. We might do an direct, but direct is sealed. All right, let's jump in. You know what? Let's do. Well, we can do a mix. We'll do one. People like everything. We like everything. So maybe we do a Premier and then a pick. Okay. How about this? Pick 2 as a warm up because it's fastest. Premier after that, and then if we still have time, maybe we do an expensive try to win a box. So let's do that. Pick 2 into Premier, and then we'll see where we're at, see what time it is, maybe do a sealed pool depending on how everything else goes. Oh man, I love having the stream on YouTube too. So all right, pick 2 draft. Our one goal is to try to not be Rakdos, because apparently everyone is just Rakdos all the time. And I had some people be like, Rakdos is super boring. I've seen it a million times. So I would like to not be Rakdos, ideally. If we just get a bunch of Rakdos bombs, what can you do? But yeah, I'm not sure, like, doing polls before was easy because it was all on Twitch. I'm not sure the easiest way to do it now that it's split up between Twitch and YouTube. Maybe it is an actual, like, straw poll or Google form or something. Rakdos is just, like, the most popular color combination. A lot of people force it in this format because it has the highest win rate. So ideally, like, I would like to not be black-red. Given the choice, I would prefer not to be black-red. Oh, wow. Okay, well. Huh. I mean, if we want to go against the odds draft, we have a rare for it in Thranduil the Elven King. That is not Rakdos. Elves are not an especially good creature type. Simic is literally the worst. It's literally the worst color combination in this set by a huge amount. Green-black isn't bad, though. 3 colors is tough. It's doable. Should we just Thranduil it? It would probably be... So if we're going to take Thranduil, Thranduil wants elves with activated abilities and legendary elves. Man, it doesn't even seem very good. So the correct... You know what the correct pick is? It's this... I think the correct pick for winning the draft is probably these 2. Dwarven Mauler, Dwarven Matlock is actually just very, very good. We might end up in Rakdos, though. If we want to go elves, I think it's these 2. Crude Blunt Blade is really good. Thranduil is funny. Pinecone Strike is good, but I mean, I'm not going to be Rakdos. That would be another pile, would be Crude Blunt Blade Pinecone Strike. That's probably if you want to go Rakdos, it's that. All right, we'll do it. Let's do it. Let's go elf memes. Let's go elf memes, see if we can make elves work. Well, okay, if we're going elf memes... Wood Elves is actually kind of nice here. That ramps us into Thranduil. We need elves with activated abilities. Mirkwood Nurture is also kind of fine. Dwarves. Oh, dwarves are... I like dwarves. Dwarves is actually one of my favorite archetypes in this format. Down to Goblin Town is good. Old Fat Spider. The names in this set are so good. Old Fat Spider Can't See Me. Was this... I have never read The Hobbit. Is this literally just a line from the book? Like, when it says, great whatever be, is that actually just 3 words from the book that they made a card out of? Grasp is goated. Wait, where's Grasp? All right, I mean, let's do the elf stuff. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's go Wood Elves and down to Goblin Town. I think that's actually the best bet, because this card is really good to get the bombs out of our opponent's hand. Like, it's hard to pass up down to Goblin Town. This card is straight up unplayable in this format. 6 mana, even stealing the thing you counter, 6 mana is just way too much for what you can do in this format. I guess we're probably taking this thing. Man, Thranduil doesn't do anything, does it? It's probably this thing, the Burrow Sidewanderers, and man, look at this. Is like, this is a sign. Like, this is a bomby red card. Like Misty Mountain Raiders being in the pack here, it should not be in the pack here. The card's really good. It's really good. Red might be open. Ooh. Thor's map I actually kind of like. I think Thor's map is fine. Are we somehow getting cut out of elves? How in the world are we getting cut out of elves? The worst archetype. The worst archetype in the format. How are we getting cut here? I mean, I think we just take these two if we're sticking to our elf plan. Right now, what I'm seeing, though, is red is open. Red-white looks like the open color combo. Oh, my God. No one's taking red-white cards. Oh. The Dwarven Mauler is still in the pack. Red-white is so open. I mean, we'll stick to the plan. We'll stick to the Thranduil plan. We're going to stick to it. But red-white is incredibly open right now. Oh, wow. Patient Instructor being in the last pack is kind of crazy. That card is way better than that. Oh, boy, look at all these white rares. Rakdos! Rakdos! We're going to switch to Rakdos. Oh, what does this pack even give us? I feel like Thranduil might actually suck. So far, we have not found any. We've found one elf with an activated ability, which is Elven King's Harper. And we have found no legendary elves. So this is just like a 5/6. I want to do a follow-up of Game Night and Box Toppers. Actually, one person. Okay, let me figure out these picks, and then I'll read that long comment. Hang on. What are we attacking in our first pick here? So we probably need Hobbit Hole just to cast our 3-color cards. We can't really play all these white cards. Sound the Trumpet's not great. Plunder the Trowshares is good, but we're not really the exact archetype for it. Chief Warg, kind of sketchy. Yeah, I think we just take these two. We also don't have very good removal. All right, let me see. Let me see this comment. So, I want to do a follow-up about game nights and the box toppers. Actually, the one person didn't show 3 people couldn't pay... Ashley, one person didn't show 3 people couldn't pay their end, and I still put up a box topper as a prize. The one thing I took from everyone last time was this was just a game. These are just cards. What really mattered to me was getting my friends together for 12 hours to hang out, spend time, and I really enjoyed it. Well, it sounds like things worked out for the best in the end. It sounds like I think that was a good realization. Like, right or wrong, fair, unfair, when it comes down to it, what matters are the people and the relationships and having fun with your friends. So I feel like you ended up in a good spot on that one, Soul of Rakdos, even though I see how it would have been more fair to keep all the box toppers. We are kind of demure with a little green. What are we taking here? I mean, if we're doing elves, this is an elf with an activated ability. I don't know if Wizard Staff is worth it. We can just take... Yeah, let's take another Trowel Shaws. Ooh, Elf. Activate... Oh, man, we're getting lots of cards in our colors. That's something. I kind of want more Wood Elves now. Does Thranduil do anything in our deck? Like, really, does it do anything? Look at these white cards. I think we fell for a trap, chat. I think we fell for a trap. Why are we... Is there even some... What is the literal best card for... This isn't even an elf, though. It's a halfling. We need to cast legendary elves. What is the best support card for Thranduil in this set? Like, is there anything... Oh, double Belladonna took it! We could have had so many busted white cards. Killy's really good. We could have double Belladonna. Stone by Sunlight's really good. Oh, our white cards would have been so good. Hey, Seth, headed to Modern tonight in my event. Should I play Simic Ritual, Burn, or Blue-White Daze Control? Ooh. Out of those, my personal favorite is probably Simic Ritual. But I think all of those are cool decks. It probably depends on your mood. If those are your options, well, I think we want this Elf Citizen. In what? Golem is kind of nice reach. It doesn't really specifically work with the elf plan, but it is in our colors. This thing's probably going to table anyway. We're past the point of the white cards. We could take Confiscate, which is kind of mid. Let's take the Golem. Oh, so many good white cards. This Bilbo's actually pretty good. Bilbo's good. Looting's good. The exchanging can be good. So I think we just take these two. So we're kind of like Dimir splashing green, I guess. That's how it looks right now, at least. Is mostly Dimir splashing a bit of green. But Thrandle. We can't abandon our Thrandle. I mean, maybe this deck will be better than we think. I'm considering building red-white land destruction modern deck you built. Oh, that deck's super fun. I love that deck. I think that deck's super fun, at least. We are kind of getting a lot of removal. Or enough removal. Double Master Conciliators is actually really good. And we have the Plunder the Trollshaws. Maybe we're actually a mill deck. We might actually be a mill deck. Should we... Honestly, there's kind of a question as if we even play green. Are we just Dimir? Maybe we're just a straight up Dimir deck. Like, this Thrandle is literally a 5/6 that I guess maybe gets a mana ability. 0-3. Oh, give me 0-3 already? How good do I think this deck's going to be? I think there's some chance we can jank people out with Master's Conciliators. I think this card's really good. And we have, like, the map supports it well. The Troll Shard supports it well. I think that might actually be where we end up, is we're, like, a Dimir mill deck rather than an elf deck. To the point where we might actually be cutting, like, what is green even giving us? We have 2 of these 6-drops. Pretty mid. We have Thrandle that didn't get any support. Pretty mid. Wood Elves. Rampious into nothing. Not great. Weave Master, Rampious for elves that we don't really have, not great. This thing is kind of fine, but it's 4 mana, it's pretty grindy. So I think maybe we're actually just... Maybe our deck is something like this? not that this is anything to get excited about, but like... So this draws us cards. This draws us cards. This can draw us cards. This draws us cards. This draws us cards. I wish we had the other 2-drop that got bigger when we drew our second card. Whatever the 1/2 that grows when you draw your second card is. That might actually be our game plan. Our game plan might be this. Double Master Conciliators. When we draw our second card, we mill someone for 3. Then we have a bunch of ways to draw our second cards. And we just kind of try to mill them out, I guess? Cut front porch. Front porch sentries? Yeah. We need something, though. Sound the trumpets. Sound the trumpets I don't think is very good. I mean, I guess we could still splash. Like, we do have a lot of lands. We could still splash, like, a touch of green. Like, we could play this thing. This thing actually works pretty well. Man, we did not get any of the elf support cards. We really needed, like, the uncommon Thrandle at least, and we just never found it. Maybe it's something like that, and we play... these 2 lands in a single forest for the Hobbit hole. That seems fine. Hey Seth, I built a standard brawl deck with your favorite Pikachu. The goal is to get out, tear the peaks, or Craterhoof and copy them with Doppelgang. Ooh, that sounds like my kind of deck. That sounds like my kind of deck. Not worth splashing. So then we just play. I mean, if we don't want to splash it, then it's just. I think it's. We already have 2 of these elves. We do already have 2 of the Harpers. They are fine in the late game. But this format, like, they'd be so good in some formats. But I feel like this format is often so aggro that getting stuck in board stalls doesn't happen nearly as much as in some... Like, some formats very board stally. This format is not super board stally, at least in my experience. Like, it's more getting run over super quickly a lot of the times. Okay, so if we get rid of this... Sentries, hey, I guess it's the Harper. I guess we just keep the Harpers. Hey, so it's gonna be a MagicCon Atlanta. Hope to see you there. Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, I am planning on going to Atlanta. That is the plan. That is the plan. All right. I mean, let's mill them out. Let's see what happens. Okay, chat. What would you grade this deck? How many wins do you think we get? Oh, we need more. Man, we're all actually very blue heavy, aren't we? We're not like mono blue, but we are actually very 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards. Yeah, we are actually very close to mono blue. Could we be mono blue? Nah, we can't really be mono blue. 0 wins. Oh, come on. We got to get at least 1 mill kill. Why not sentries? Wait, what are we talking about? What card? So Sentries is kind of like filler level 2-drop, I would say. I think it's at its best if you are in a color combination that can get value out of sacking it or something. Like sometimes the -1 can matter. I think it's more fine than exciting though. And we already have a lot of 2-drops, so I think that's the one that just gets the cut. 1-3? All right, I can accept that. That honestly, I'd probably well, we only get 2 losses actually because this is pick 2. So 4 wins or 2 losses. If we can go 2-2, if we can go 2-2, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. All right, let's mill them out. Let's see if this can work. How have you all enjoyed your Hobbit experience so far? Well, we got the conciliators. How have you enjoyed Hobbit? How many of you actually draft? Is drafting something a lot of people do these days? I mean, I'd love to get a 3 giant boulder. I had in the back of my mind, could you build a 5-color slop deck around giant boulder? It almost seems possible. Like, this card doesn't seem that bad to me. Remember Astrolab in Modern Arcane Astrolab or whatever it was? Arkham's Astrolab. This kind of is like the standard version of it, right? Enter Scries 2, fixes your mana. Is Giant's Boulder good? I feel like Giant's Boulder is better than it gets credit for, at least. Well, step 1. I think we just go down to the Goblin Town. See what our opponent's got in the hand. Mirkwood Pathfinder, Scrounger, a Duskwatch Hunter, and another Addercop. Well, we probably take this thing, I guess. That's going to get biggest in the long run. Ugh. See, our opponent's just got a lot of pressure, and our hand does not have exactly a lot of pressure. Opponent going to grow the spider, going to get it and hit us. Yeah, I would rather have our opponent's hand, given the choice. I want to draft more so bad. Makes it hard to spend on coins gems. Yeah, that is the hardest part. The worst part of draft is it is just pricey. Opponent hits us. Well, we get to a mask, which is nice. Play a land, and I think we just get down the Patient Instructor. Draw a card. No, ooh, the map is kind of nice. Okay, well, here comes the milling. Get rid of an easy part. Mill you for 3. And pass the turn. Okay, we're getting there. We do need this Conciliators to live. If that dies, things become kind of sad. Found it. Attacking. They have 1 unknown card. Yeah, let's just kill that thing. Drop to 12. See what our opponent... I mean, they're going to run out of land drops eventually, right? Ordinary there. Well, drain you for 1. Let's play the map. Grab an island. Our opponent's stuff just so much bigger than our stuff. 26. Man, that's a lot of milling. So I think what we need to do is put something on the top of our opponent's deck and then mill it away. Like, ideally, if our opponent attacks both, we double block here. Parting's that. And now the Conciliators might be the last creature standing for the moment. Opponent, come on, hold. Don't kill the Conciliators. All right, Addercop returns. Opponent passes. Drain you for 1. Well, now we're going to start looting because we do want to be milling and we want to get rid of this Ordinary Bear. So map, loot away the Harper, mill ya. Now we have a 3/3. Yeah, let's just pass. We're going to hold on to everything, leave up the confiscate. Opponent untaps. Down to 22 cards. Life total not relevant. It's the cards in library that matters. Opponent, combat, opponent. Gonna get in, hit us. Sure. Down to 12. Man, they drafted a lot of those, didn't they? All right, sure. More spiders. Well, let's draw 2 discard. Get rid of an island. Milia. We need 1 more conciliators. We need 1 more. Oh, we milled them into a golem. One, 2. Let's loot. Discard the golem. Milia. Play the land. Play the Harper. Let's do it. Let's do it. Bilbo. Pass the turn. Okay. Hold. I've been enjoying this janky deck with 50 desert lands and through the forest gates as a win con. Winzo, it's so funny that you say that. I may have been working on something sort of similar. Opponent. Counter on the hunter. And I'm gonna go attacking. Well, let's trade it off. We drop to 9. Well, go to combat. Get in with Bilbo. Loot. Milia. Oh, removal is actually kind of huge here. Removal is kind of huge here. Let's get rid of this. Milia for 3. Play the nuisance. Loot away the troll shaw is also kind of huge. Now we have some bodies past the turn. Opponent, 11 cards. 11 cards. Gonna play another giant boulder. Gonna put some things on top. I mean, we can mill them out in 3 turns. We mill them out in 3 turns. We might actually have a chance. Opponent. Are we gonna win this? Is there actually a world where we win this? Opponent's gonna sack to get back Golem. That's fine. Gonna do some draining. Okay. Gonna target our Golem. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Sure. Down to 7. Opponent's passing. Well, let's untap. Get in with Bilbo. Hit ya. Milia. Opponent's down to 8 cards. Play the land. Do we even care about this thing? Does this thing even matter? Not really. Yeah, let's tap down this thing. I mean, I think we got it. I think we got it, right? I think we got it. I think we live long enough. Opponent untaps. I mean, they play their 5-drop, but it doesn't really matter. And opponent scoops it up! Ooh! Okay. Okay. Rumors of our demise may have been absolutely exaggerated. Okay. Well, okay. Did we break it, chat? Did we break it? Is Mill the archetype? Turns out Master Conciliator is kind of a card. I mean, yeah, Mill takes advantage of the fact that you only start with 40 cards unlimited for sure. Did we break it with Elf's Mill? Oh, been loving draft. Somehow better at Premier than Pick 2. Not sure what the deal is. Richard was trying to tell me that he thinks this set is better in Premier Draft, even though it's designed for Pick 2 Draft. So maybe it's that. I have noticed more and more. We have reached the critical mass of Universes Beyond sets. Oh, we don't have our mill this time. Bilbo, you need to find it. Today we're doing draft. Maybe there's some chance that we do a sealed at the end. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But limited. Today's a limited day. We usually do one limited stream per set, and this is our one limited stream for the Hobbit. Hey, we gotta win. We gotta win. That's the most important thing. I mean, our opponent... Oh, we're gonna lose to Simic, aren't we? If you look at the win rates, Simic is way down there. This is the deck we started off building, was Elves, and ended up with Mill somehow, but we might get smacked by a Simic. I finally messaged 5 times and you keep missing it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stone Rain. Let me see if I can find it. I will say that the highlighting message thing, so I can actually show you this, Stone Rain. So the highlighted message thing works a lot worse now because the combined chat is on OBS and it doesn't, the combined chat doesn't show that. So the highlighting message thing is gotten worse with the addition of YouTube, just because I can't watch YouTube chat and Twitch chat at once, so I look at the combined one on OBS for the most part. So that's the reason for it. But I will find the message. What do we want to do here? So Gollum can't. Well, let's get in first. Might as well get in, do some looting. Hit you to 19. Get rid of a Hobbit hole. I mean, we could just play Bilbo. Bilbo's fine. We could also, like, put a Gollum and put a counter on something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go, well, You know what? We're just going to Bilbo. Let's just Bilbo. We don't get to scry, but that's fine. Bilbo, draw a card. Another island. I'm making a new mead, honey wine. It's mango lime and jalapeno. It's made after trying Tajin, mostly sweet and a little citrusy with a hint of heat. Ooh, that sounds good, Stone Rain. Stone Rain, how long have you been making mead for? Kristen Lunsford, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. And Wall of Chaos, I missed you a while ago for the 116th month. Big scoops cheer for you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He said, thoughts of going, I'm rooting for Mono Black Devotion to make its return. I thought Mono Black Devotion might get a lot of votes, but it has not done especially well in the poll so far. It has surprised me at how unpopular it's been. On Arena, do you prefer drafting standard sets or stuff like Powered Cube? I kind of enjoy them both. They both kind of serve to some extent different purposes. I think Powered Cube is one of my all-time favorite ways to play Magic, though. And then the standard sets, it varies a little bit set to set. Some sets I like more than others. If it's a set I really enjoy, then I think the standard sets are almost on par with Powered Cube, but then when it's a bad standard set that I don't really enjoy, Powered Cube's way better than. Wow. All right, opponent. Going through the Forest Gate, eh? I mean, I guess that triggers landfall a whole bunch of times. Enchanted River's Grasp, so that's removal. Map is good. This thing, we probably got to remove. Bjorn, we might also have to remove. What do we even take here? I mean, I think we let them do this. I think. Like, I just don't feel like we can, with a straight face, Thoughtseize through the Forest Gate here. Maybe we end up regretting that. I also think if you cast it, you might mill yourself out, and we're trying to mill them. So I feel like our opponent putting a whole bunch of lands into play actually just helps us. That does shut down our Conciliator. Yeah, all right. Let's take the Grasp. And then I guess we will. I guess I should have done this. Probably should have thought it through and done this pre-combat, because we got one more damage. But might as well put the counter on Bilbo, because we're probably going to end up playing this Gollum anyway. About 10 years of mead making. I brewed a beer for about 5 years before that. What made you switch, Stone Rain, from brewing beer to making mead? Seems like a really fun hobby. I've never tried making mead or beer for that matter, but I'm not really a big alcohol guy. Like I don't I don't really enjoy drinking. I've never really enjoyed drinking that much, so I've just never been a big drinker. So it's kind of less, I guess, less exciting. If I like drinking, then I'd probably be all about. I'd probably be all about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Stone Rain. That makes a lot of sense. Opponent, Thor's map. I wish we had our Thor's map. I feel like this card's actually kind of good. Like 2 mana, it gets a basic. Lets you loot. All right, there's Galleon. The Elven King's butler. Well, that's a massive goblin. Get in with Bilbo. I mean, we're currently kind of winning the race. Oh, that's what we were looking for. So, let's pitch this Golem. Play the land. Answer this thing. And get down our Conciliators. And now we hope our opponent hits a lot of lands with Through the Forest Gate. I'd love to see what Seth named his brewed beers. That's got to be the fun of it, right? You get to name it. Oh, the chemistry is the interesting part for you. Oh, that's cool, Stone Rain. About it. Gonna make an extra land drop, Bjorn, and then plays the Bjorn. Sure. I'll drain you for 1. How do we want to do this? Opponent's got 25 cards in the deck. We got to deal with a 5/5. We could just play the Nuisance. I think we need to get the map down. Let's play Thor's map. Let's play Thor's map. I think we want them to Through the Forest Gate. As odd as that sounds, like, I feel like our opponent just having putting a bunch of lands into play is a positive for us here. I guess we can leave it up, but then we're not milling this turn. You know what? We're just gonna go for it. Whatever. Long Lake Nuisance. Discard a Confiscate. Mail ya. Well, there goes a couple lands. Pass turn. Alright, opponent. Alright, opponent. Do it. Do it. Hit all the lands. We honestly want them to put all the lands into play. If they hit every land in their deck, which they will, we will actually be thrilled about that. Because that is a lot of... I don't think they can cast it. I don't think they can cast it. Opponent has a Conciliator. Alright, we're going to do Conciliator Wars. Opponent's going to loot. Sure. Ooh, so now we got to find a way to kill this Conciliators. Can we out-conciliator our opponent, even through this Thor's map? Opponent gonna discard a Hobbit Hole. Mills us for 3. Plays the Spider. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we kill it. Ooh, that is what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. Oh, that's such a good draw. That gets rid of the Conciliators. So let's get in with the Bilbo. Do a little milling. Do a little looting. Get rid of Uneasy Parting. Mill ya. Get rid of the Conciliators. All right, opponent. Through the Forest Gate. Through the Forest Gate. Come on, opponent. You know you wanna. You can't put it in your deck and not cast it. You gotta do it. Get those lands. Get those lands. We will definitely not counter it. We will definitely not counter it, opponent. Addercop grows. Amen, come on. You got the mana. Yes! We could counter this, but we will choose not to. So good. Oh, it's so good. Opponent's taking themselves. What are they down? 11? Down to 11. Get a million landfall triggers, but it's summoning 6. Sure. Opponent. Wait. It's not summoning sick? Okay, well, I'll take it. Why didn't they just play that this turn? I thought they just played it this turn. Well, let's draw some cards. Trigger our stuff. Mail ya. Opponent down to 8. Got a combat. Get in with Bilbo. Hit ya. We're going to mill him out. We're going to mill him out. It's happening. Draw a card. Discard a card. Found it. Going to get milled. Down to 5. And then we'll play Gollum. And we'll play the Harper. 2-0. 2-0 is coming. 2-0 is coming. I tend to give away like 90% of it. Well, Stone Rain, if we're ever in the same place, I would take a sip just to see what it tasted like, because I don't think I've ever actually had mead before. I kind of have a big question. What do you do when you have outgrown your original storage solution for your cards? This sounds like this sounds like the start of an advertising pitch. This sounds exactly like this, like the sentence. I could see myself reading that for a sponsor in a podcast. What do you do when you have outgrown your original storage solution for your cards? Well, foil armor is the ultimate solution for flattening your foils. I mean, I guess you get a bigger storage solution for your cards. I'm curious, Pontologist, like, is this like a box issue? Like the box isn't big enough, or opponents down to 2 cards in their deck? Is this like, I guess it depends on how many cards that you have. Oh god, and we get another conciliator just to rub it in. I guess we move. Wait, 2 and 0, 2 and 0, 2 and 0. Oh. This should not be working the way that it is. And we'll pass the turn, opponent. Your go, friend. Your go. No attacks. Untaps. Blows up our conciliators out of spite with their giant boulder just to feel like they did something. Nah, they didn't even do it. Do you think that there's no way conciliators could work in constructed, right? There's no way. There's no way. It's too slow for constructed. You only trigger it once a turn. So you can mill up to 6 a turn cycle if you can draw during your opponent's turn. Yeah, I feel like it's too slow for standard. Maybe this is the next giant beating draft. The greatest draft of all time. I mean, we were just talking about on the podcast that I think Richard was saying that one of the issues with small sets and with this set is kind of like there's not a lot of other archetypes to explore, but maybe we just accidentally invented mill. Through the forest gates and desert lands. Actually, so I've been working on a concept with a whole bunch of deserts too. It's different than this, but that is a super fun idea. I mean, I guess it could win, right? Like, but you need to hit literally every single. So you threw the forest gate, and you need every single thing you hit to be a desert land. I feel like you're gonna deal 19 damage a lot of the times. I feel like you're gonna end up 1 short. But I guess people have shock lands and stuff, so maybe it's fine. Maybe it just works out because of that. Well, let's play a land. And then what is this deck? Mardu Control. Ooh, Mardu Control sounds sweet. Elspeth's a good card. Biza. Authority of the Consuls. Yeah, Mardu Control looks cool. Can you double land trigger somehow? Wait, double. So there's not a way to just straight up double land triggers in standard. So there's not a way to directly do that. You can, one thing I found is actually Artist Talent. If you fully level up Artist Talent, each desert deals 3 instead of 1. It is a lot of mana. So that is a downside. It is a lot of mana to get going, but it does the job. Let's just pitch a Plunder, I think. Yeah, pitch the Plunder. Yeah, let's just... Do we want to get down the Nurture? But then we got to return something. Let's just play the map. Let's just play the map. Get another land. Ooh, Provoke. What mechanic do you want back most, chat? You could bring back any one mechanic. I mean, I guess they're all just kicker anyway, but... Traveling Chocobo. Actually, you're right. Traveling Chocobo would double the land trigger. So there is a way to double the land triggers. No, Rakdos is just like the best archetype in draft. So we're trying to avoid it just because it's easy mode, basically. So there's nothing wrong. Actually, if anything, if you sit down to a draft, probably the correct thing to do for winning is trying to be Rakdos, because it's just like the best color combination. So it's more of us trying to avoid it because it's the easy thing rather than because it's bad or something. I made a Bard King of Dale commander deck that takes a bit of a different approach with a lot more cards drawing tokens. I was wondering if you could give it a look. Yeah, send me a link. I'd love to take a look at it. Horsemanship. I mean, they got to do sea horsemanship, right? In Nauticus. I really want sea horsemanship, Wizards. If you're watching, Gavin, sea horsemanship, please. Yeah. Now what? Yeah, do we discard a land? I guess we discard a land. Discard a land. Yeah, let's play the Nurture. I feel like we need a good blocker here. Let's play the Nurture, pick up the map. Pass the turn. Jorgos, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Welcome. Madness is a cool mechanic. I actually think horsemanship is a pretty bad mechanic. I honestly don't think that additional flying is actually that helpful, like, or that good of a mechanic. Like, I'm not sure it's actually necessary. The flavor's good though. The flavor's cool. Are they gonna counter this? If they counter this, it's actually really bad for us. It actually is legitimately really bad because we miss our land draw. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Whew. All right, that was scarier than I wanted it to be. Well, let's play the land past the turn. Well, if they countered that, we would have been kind of in a rough spot. So let's see this Bard deck. So Bard, I see lots of counter spells, some cool card draw synergies. What is, I mean, ooh, some Bard wheel shenanigans, eh? Bard wheels. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? Like, you're gonna draw a ton of cards if you wheel with a Bard out. That's a neat idea. Have you got to play with it much yet? How's it played so far? Found it combat. And ooh, passing? All right, well, I mean, let's just loot, I guess. Pitch this Golem. Well, go to combat. Get in with the Bilbo. Where's our conciliators? We need a conciliator. Bring back wait, did someone say bring back companion? No. Literally anything but that. If I could make a list of every mechanic in Magic's history and rank them by how much I want them to return, I honestly think that would be at the very bottom. Like, literally the very, very, very last mechanic. We need Stoneforge. I mean, we got Cloud. Is Cloud not good enough? Maybe they should have made Cloud cheat things into play. Opponent's going to Uneasy Partings. Yeah, I guess we just counter it. Kind of a bummer to lose some card draw, but I think it's worth it. We kind of need this 4-3 for blocking here. And opponent, wow, just gonna main phase the Troll Shaws, try to hit their land drops. I bet they bring back rooms again. They gotta, yeah, I'm gonna make my own Storm Scale with blackjack and hookers. Thor's map. Let's just discard the land, I guess, at this point. Bilbo Baggins. Well, okay, we just need to find the conciliators. That's what we're missing. Ah, there we go. So conciliators. I think we just keep the land. Let's keep the land. Play the Bilbo. Draw the land. Then next turn, the milling begins. This turn we get to leave up the uneasy partings. I don't even think we get in with... Nah, let's just stay back with the Bilbo. We're just going to stay back with everything. I love Futurama. Oh, how many of you watch House of Dragons? I know House of Dragons just wrapped up. I swear, I didn't I had to go to my brother had a birthday party this weekend. So I went to my brother's barbecue birthday party. And he was like, "Oh, you watch the rest of House of Dragons?" Because he knew that I had been watching it. And he'd been watching it. I said, "Oh yeah. I finished it. I don't want to say anything that might be spoilery, just in case people watch it. But I was like, reference what I thought was the end of the season. But apparently there was one whole other episodes that I didn't even watch. I will say it got better. The third season was the best season. I also thought season 1 and 2 were pretty meh, but the season 3 was actually pretty good. Great Gilded Boat's very good. I played a game earlier where my opponent went turn 3 Gilded Boat, turn 4 Gilded Boat, and I lost. Very convincingly. Well, all right, let's loot. Get rid of, I guess, just an uneasy partings here. Ooh, confiscate's nice. So let's play the conciliators. Now the real fun begins. Okay, now we get to do what we came here to do. Conciliators. Get it with a Bilbo. Start the milling. We even have a confiscate for... How many Enchanted Rivers Grasp do we want? Yeah, we'll get rid of one of them. We'll get rid of one. Amelia. Okay. Well, we've gotten there. Paul Emerson Leach for the 12th month, 1-year resub. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Season 2 made me mad. Oh, I hated Season 2. Season 2, they never got to the payoff. They promised the payoff through the whole thing, and then they never did it. And I finished Season 2 so disappointed. It almost made me not want to watch Season 3, honestly, but then I did. Wow, opponent's getting frisky. All right, well, this is scary. Big attack. So we are going to block here. No. We're going to block here. We're going to block here. We're going to block just there. Let's just do that. Yeah, we'll block those two. I feel like our opponent must have a trick, and we don't want the conciliators to die, so I think this is fine. So we drop to 15. Our opponent does not choose to pump. They double recruit, but there's 2 more cards out of their deck, so the recruiting is kind of helping us. Should I go to my standard RCQ qualifier? If so, any advice? I think so, Awesome Eyeballs. Like, well, I guess here's the question. Do you enjoy playing standard? If the answer to that question is yes, then I would say you should probably try to go to your standard RCQ. So if you're going to have fun, then I would say you should definitely do it. The advice would be... Oh, man. What is the best advice? The meta's so fresh right now. How do we do this? We can't let them have our conciliators. We can just partings it and keep... Yeah, let's do that. Let's partings the token. Fizzle the Bilbo. Opponent passes. All right. Get in with Bilbo. Amelia. Do a little look. Can we find our second conciliators? That's what we really want. That's what we really want. Now let's discard the land. Amelia. Play a patient instructor. Get some more bodies on the battlefield. Get rid of the Harper. All right, pass the turn. Leave up the counter. Chan Seth, I want to get back into Magic, but lack of money. So the thought of returning to Arena, but I have no idea how to start rebuilding my collection. I thought about drafting, but I'm not very good at it. Any other option or ways to get better at drafting? Ooh. So I would say the best way to get better at drafting is honestly just practicing, right? Like the more, wow, is this going to work? Is this going to work? Are we just going to have conciliators forever until our opponent dies? Maybe. Build a Luck Weaver. Okay, that's fine. That's more cards out of your deck. Opponent, are we getting in? Get in. Do a little recruiting. Get a little. So the number one way, proxying is very hard for draft. But proxying, like if you want to play casual commander or something, proxying is legitimately a great way to do that. Doesn't really help with drafting though. I don't know how you'd realistically proxy for draft. So for Arena in specific, the best way to practice is just to draft a bunch. That gets expensive though. That's kind of the issue with that plan, right? Is it does get very expensive to draft a ton. I would say things that you can do is content's actually super helpful. There's some good limited podcasts. There's some really good limited streamers and video creators. So watching other people draft or even just hearing them talk about how they draft, their theories and concepts, all that stuff's really helpful. So that would be one. The other thing that you can do to practice for free is there are a lot of like online drafting sites where you don't play the games, but the packs are correlated like real packs. You make your picks, you can build your deck. I think that like the gold fishing the draft, like draft sim type stuff, I think is actually a pretty good way to go about it if you don't want to pay. Like if you don't have the resources to pay to practice, which does get legitimately very costly. Like if you want to avoid paying so much, I think that those are actually really good tools, especially when you're kind of learning draft and starting out, because you can just sit there for hours and just like spam through a whole bunch of drafts, get used to all the tricks, see what all the packs look like. So I think there's actually a decent amount of value in that. I think that actually does offer a lot of value. So if we do it like this, our opponent can double pump. I think that's fine. Like, as long as we don't die and they don't kill our conciliators, we just win in 2 turns, right? Opponent pumps. Sure. Pump it. Pump it. One more. You get to kill the nurturer. All right. And I think that should do it. Plunder. Amelia. Wait. So good limited content creators. 2 of my personal favorites. Newmont the Nummy. Kenji's been doing it forever. He's really, really good. He does YouTube and Twitch. So Newmont's really good. Cheon, also very good. Those are 2 that come to mind for me. Would Newmont and Cheon. LSV, I don't know how consistent he is with his uploads. Oh, there's other conciliators. But LSV is also really good when he posts stuff. So those are 3 that I know. I know there's also a ton of other ones too, but those are 3 of my favorites. And speaking of 3, 0-3. Who would have thought? Who would have thought when we kicked off this draft? I remember your predictions. Oh yeah, Jim Davis does the Brown to Mythic thing too. I forgot about that. Does LSV upload a draft every day? Wow, I didn't realize LSV was that active with it. I see his drafts once in a while, but I didn't realize it was that active. I remember your predictions, chat. I remember your predictions when this started. There was a lot of zeros. A lot of zeros in the chat. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little faith. You did not believe in the power of mill elves. You did not believe. Okay, whoever, yeah, it was Heroic Turbo. High five for you. Well done. I enjoy Cube too. Well, thank you, Corblank. Yeah, the card market guys they're awesome. They do some really cool things. There's this channel. What was let me see. I want to ask you all about this channel, if anyone knew them, because I noticed they've been doing some kind of cool things. And the channel, it's, oh, here it is. Hurry Up and Pass. Are any of you familiar with Hurry Up and Pass? I feel like Hurry Up and Pass, they're a very small channel. Ooh, do we just run it out? Oh, we play Bilbo first, right? Let's play Bilbo. They're very small. They only have like 10,000 subs. But they make some cool videos. They make some cool videos. Like building commander decks with bulk found at the LGS, drafting dollar store packs. Everyone plays Cranko, repack drafts from the garbage. So I think I've been enjoying some of their stuff. They're relatively new, not a ton of subs. But if you're looking for someone brand new to check out, I don't know them personally or anything, but I've enjoyed the handful of videos I've watched from them. Oh, we definitely got to keep the conciliators. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Harper. Well, I mean, let's start doing the thing. Conciliators. Bilbo. Hit ya. Loot. Get rid of a swamp. Mill ya. And play the Lampester. Oh, about it. I feel like something I want to do more of, or a better job of, is trying to shout out other new creators as I come across them. Wait, there's a riddle thing on Arena? Why did I not know about this? Side note, you've inspired me to make YouTube videos. I'm working on getting all the cards I need to make a 5-episode mini-series of Homebrew Pioneer. Well, Corblink, once it's up, you got to come back and give me a link so I can check it out and share it with the rest of the chat. Please, please, please. That's so cool. That's one of my favorite things to hear. Like, if people say that in some small way I inspired them to start making Magic content, oh, that makes me so happy. Because I want as many, like, if you're interested in it, I want everyone to have the opportunity. Like, if it's something you're interested in, just do it. That is the one thing I've realized. Here's the thing about content creation that I've learned over the years. And I don't even think this is an exaggeration, but like 90% of the battle, maybe 95% of the battle, is actually just doing it. That is the challenge. 90+% of the challenge of content creation is just actually making the content. Fish MTG, I'm not familiar with Fish MTG. I'll have to look them up. But that's it. Just do it. If you want to create something, just create something. It's the same with music. It's not even a Magic thing, right? It's not even Magic. It's just like, in general, that's unfortunate. In general, like, that's how creation works. Like, if you want to create something, just create something. I'd love to stream, yeah, so Arena, stuff like that does make it a little bit more challenging, just because that is a bit of a legit concern, right? Arena is expensive, so I totally get that. Like, that is an actual hurdle. Oh man, I want to talk about this on the podcast yesterday, but we didn't get to it. But I am curious. So I had a weird. Oh, you Paul, you wrote for. I remember. I maybe I'm misremembering this, but I've been doing this for a long time. You were a writer for Pure MTGO, right? I'm pretty sure, like 10 years ago or something. I remember reading. I believe it was Pure MTGO. I remember reading your articles because I used to read Pure MTGO quite a bit back in the day, back in the peak before Arena, Peak of Moto era. That was one of my go-to sites. Am I remembering that correctly? I've been having a pretty rough year, and my buddy and me have been thinking about making some content, like a Magic podcast or something, just to have some fun, hang out more. Yeah, that is a great idea. That's another great reason to make content. Well, we draw a couple cards. They're not good cards. It turns out decks that can kill our conciliators are a little bit obnoxious for us. We might be losing this one. The 4-0 Dream might be dying. All right, after this game out, I gotta ask you about this topic. I'm very curious. I don't know if I'm the one that's like the weirdo on this one or what, but I don't know why it's almost contradictory how much I'm like skeptical of this, but hey, I'll tell you after the draft. Let's finish this game because we're about to lose. Let's get in with the Bilbo. We need to find a conciliators and we need to find it really quick. Elven King Harper is not it. So let's pitch the Hobbit hole. Play the flyer, which can at least block this thing kind of successfully. Get rid of the confiscate. Play another Harper. Well, we played some bodies. I don't think it's enough, but we played some bodies. The riddle you answered versus Richard is now a redeemable code at the store. No, really? I didn't think that was a very hard... riddle, honestly. Wrote a bunch of articles for Pure, but also Freed from the Real podcast. Okay, yeah, okay. So you were doing stuff for Pure MTGO, though. Okay, that... My memory did not completely betray me. I feel like we're about to get super blown out, but I don't know how we can realistically avoid this blowout because we're about to die. So, yeah, this is going to go poorly, but... Ooh. Yeah, I did not predict Head of the Hunt. That is rough. Kalitas. Here comes the dorks. That's an island. That's not going to save us. Bilbo. Even if we find Conciliator, it's too late now, I think. I'll hit you with the Bilbo. Loot away the island. Oh, we can't come back. There's no coming back from this past the turn. We have reached the end of our luck. ABC, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for your opponent combat and getting in. Well, sure, do this so we don't immediately die. Yeah, we just don't have a card that undoes this, right? We're too far behind. The Head of the Hunt too good. Scrounger, Conciliator's not enough. We'll draw for our turn, but it's over. Golgari and a land. All right, one more Bilbo attack. Get in there, Bilbo. And death. Okay, so here's my question for you, chat. Here's my question. So we got to win this last one to finish off with the undefeated, with the trophy. We need it. Not gonna be undefeated, but we still get the trophy. So here's my question. So I've been noticing, and I'm sure y'all have seen this too. Challenge accepted. You asked for a mill deck. Here's a mill deck. Hey, let me see. What kind of mill are we doing? Ooh, Conciliators. Ancient One Mind Skinner. Okay. Yeah, that actually, I don't know if it would win much, but that is a logical mill deck. I like the synergies of it. Mine's so fragile. Ancient One is pretty cool once you get it going. That looks fun. That's fun. Well done, Heroic Gerbil. So here, no, this... What's the hot ambassador thing? This is not even about ambassadors. No. This is about something bigger than that. So I don't know if you've noticed this. But there are a lot of these pack opening sites popping up. These online pack opening sites where essentially they sell that as essentially opening packs online. To me, it looks like a slot machine. I view it as a slot machine with magic cards instead of a traditional slot machine. But I've been seeing more and more of these popping up. I've been seeing them just like, they've existed for a while, but I've seen them filter more and more into the Magic community where they're just becoming more popular, more promoted, et cetera, in recent weeks, months, whatever. So I want to check out one of those sites. So I went to it. I had actually, like 2 years ago, a site approached me to like be sponsored by them, and I checked it out back then. It was like, no way I could touch this. There's not a chance I would want to promote this to people. But then I did it again recently, and it still felt like a slot machine to me. And then what got me is I went to my brother's birthday party. Over the weekend, and we had extended family there and stuff. And one of my sister's boyfriends, he's been doing some app that's like the same thing on his phone, but for Pokemon. And you put in money, and you open the packs, and hopefully you get a better card, and in the end you lose all your money. But we're at the birthday party, and it's like all these little kids that are like 10 years old, 7 years old, and they like Pokemon, and they're excited about like, opening these fake Pokemon packs. But I was thinking about, I was like, man, it kind of is just like teaching kids to gamble, essentially. It's funny that it bothers me because I actually enjoy gambling. I think gambling is fun. So I'm not an anti-gambling person by any stretch, but like, I don't know, just like gambling that's targeted at what seems to me to be like 10-year-olds through Pokemon cards or Magic cards. I don't know why it just sort of like rubs me the wrong way. Like, it just rubs me the wrong way. It just feels weird to me. And I don't know, when I brought it up before, the argument from the other side is essentially, well, it's the same as booster packs. Like, I don't know what you're going to bend on a shape about. Like, you open collector booster packs, and that's not unfair. That actually is true, right? Like, opening a collector booster box, especially if you're not drafting and you're just doing it trying to get value, that is literally gambling too. In some sense, it is no different. I guess it's a little different because it's way less friction. It's way more frictionless. It's like, I don't know, like opening a collector booster box, I gotta order it, I gotta wait for it to show up or drive to some store 45 minutes away. But like the online sites, it's so easy to just like click, 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 click. So that part, I don't know. I guess it makes sense as well. We're just like in this weird moment of gambling in the United States where everything is kind of gambling at this point. Prediction markets, sports gambling, online pack simulators, like even just random, so many toys that like kids buy now are kind of like booster packs, right? Where you get it and you don't know what's in it and you get the rare one or the not rare one. It's very, very, very weird to me. But I don't know, do any of you, why I was bringing this up, really? A Mega Magic Carp with a gift to Elf Green King. Welcome to the Fishbowl. We got Conciliator. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. My question, though, was, do any of you have experience with any of those sites? Like, have any of you tried them? Like, what's your impression? Are they legitimate? Are they the same as opening packs? Are they scammy in some way? I'm curious what other people, what their experience has been with them. There's a ton of gambling aimed at kids now. Blind bags, yeah, it's definitely, I have noticed that too. It seems like there is all of a sudden, like a lot of kid stuff has become very gambly. Oh wait, are they passing? Oh god, this might be over. This might be over for our dear opponent. Conciliator going unchecked, drawing extra cards, milling all the lands that I'm sure our opponent wanted. Well, we will play this land. We will play a Long Lake Nuisance. Draw a card. Come on, mill some lands. How about milling some lands? How about milling some lands for the Rubbins? Ooh, okay, we got another one. Hit ya. Found it down to 16. 4 wins. Oh no, opponent hit a mountain. Opponent's gonna play. There's the Dory. Okay, game is on. I thought we were just gonna run away with it. Oh, that's another Conciliator. Okay, what does this mean? So if we play this, I think we do this. I think we play the map. Tutor up the swamp. Play the swamp. Loot with the map. Discard the island. Mill you. Counter on the Conciliator. Hit ya. We're killing our opponent both ways. Opponent's down to 9. We're actually winning with the beatdowns. Online gambling absolutely prints money. It's far easier to spend more money. All age groups being able to access it is an added bonus. Yeah, definitely interesting. Interesting moment that we live in these days. Found it. Nori, Teller of Tales. When did collectible cards start in the U.S.? Aren't those the same? Oh, sports cards have been around forever. They've been around, and they're sport cards from 100 years ago, I believe. Okay, so if we just play this has got to do it, right? Play Conciliators. Loot. Discard a Plunder. Double Milia. Bilbo. And do we even bother attacking? I don't even think we bother. We just win by million 2 turns. And we got the trophy. It's happening. Hey, what's up, Jade? Welcome to the live stream, and opponent scoops it up and okay. We did it. We trophied. We first picked Thranduil. We avoided Rakdos. We ended up with a Dimir Mill deck of all things. And we trophied. We did it. Well, maybe this archetype is better than I give it credit for. Maybe this archetype is better than I thought, because this deck actually, we have zero bombs. Do we even have a rare? We don't even have a rare in this deck, do we? We have a bunch of these Elven King's Harpers, pretty fillery 2-drop. All this to say, this deck does not seem like a great deck, but good enough. Definitely gave me some respect for Master's Conciliators, to the point where this card actually just seems kind of busted, actually. Have you ever played MTG as a spike, like entirely focused on winning, or have you always been more content focused? I've always been more content focused. I mean, there's been tournaments where I play spiky, like, for a day, like when we did Team Modern Super League or stuff like that. Like, in those scenarios, I'm trying to win, even though I'm still playing a brew for the most part. Like, probably my favorite was Team Modern Super League with Blue White Miracles in Modern, where it took down, what was it? It was Sam Black, Justin Cohen, Matt Severa maybe is the third, but I don't know, with a Miracle deck on Team Modern Super. So there's situations like that where I'm kind of spiky, but I was never like a tournament grinder or anything. I was never doing that kind of stuff. And then the funny thing is, once I got way more into Magic and was doing content stuff, it actually made me less likely to want to do the tournament stuff, because then doing tournament grindy stuff would take away from the content. Like, I realized pretty early on that I had way more fun, like, hanging out and streaming and making videos with y'all than spending my weekends, like, traveling, states away to try to grind a tournament and whatever. Like, that just takes away from this kind of stuff. So I never really went down that pathway for the most part. Budget Magic. All right, let me see if I can find this message. Let me see. Hey Seth, I couldn't for the life of me find out what cards were that new players got when starting out. So I went through the whole opening sequence of a game on a fresh account, did this Sparky tutorial, every single rare and mythic. Oh, I see. So this is all the free cards new players get on Arena. Oh, that's cool, Mega Magikarp. Started me with 72 packs to open. Didn't open any of them, but it's funny to see how much you start with. You start with a ton. Yeah, I feel like stuff like this would be really helpful for Budget Magic. I feel like it just gets hard to explain. That's the biggest downside. But maybe it's just like gronkable to people. But the fact that, like, I don't know, Seer Slicer Golem, Scavenging Ooze, these are cards that you would actually play in decks, and having them count as like free against the budget because you just get one on Arena, I feel like that would be nice. That'd be a nice bonus. Bloodghast is another one. Also, this kind of explains why I see decks playing so many Scrylands. I think that makes a lot of sense, because if you get them free being new players, you might as well play them, right? It's better than whatever else you got. Well, thank you, Mega Magikarp. That was a cool project. That was a good project. That is helpful. Anyway, all right. So pick two draft. We did our pick 2 draft. We got the max wins. We avoided Rakdos. Exactly what we were hoping for. Let's crack our packs. So then I promised we do Premiere. People wanted to see Oh, perfect. Another Conciliator for the win. I see someone actually played a Lord of the Eagles deck in a tournament on Moto and did well with it. Played in the Momo deck. I mean, I think Lord of the Eagles is a 1 or 2 of, it seems good in the Momo deck. Do you find more Sauron decks are money piles or Lord of the Ring themed? Ooh, like overall in the grand scheme of things. One thing that you will notice is in Commander, a lot of decks are going to be good stuff piles. Like, you will have some people who see Sauron and are like, I want to play the most Lord of the Rings deck possible, and I'm going to, whatever. I'm going to only play Lord of the Rings cards or try to recreate the story. There are some people that do that, and it's really cool that they do. But if you just look at the best data we have, which is EDHREC, that just aggregates all the deck lists people post on various sites, most people are not doing that. Most people take Sauron and are like, I'm going to build a Reanimator deck with Sauron. That's the most popular sub-theme, or a Graveyard deck, or a zombie deck or something. So I don't know if I'd call them good stuff files. I think a lot of Commander deck building is somewhere between those two extremes, I would say. Like, Red Clay, welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup share for you. I would say that a lot of Commander decks take some consideration to the theme and the flavor, but in the end, they're trying to build a strong deck around that commander, not necessarily a bracket one flavor deck. But still, like, if there's a tiebreaker, throw in, a little extra Lord of the Ring card, or play this card because I like it flavor-wise. So I think that's how most commander decks end up being. And then you have a few people that'll build the full-on flavor decks, and then a few people that are just like, no concern for flavor at all. I'm just going to build the most good stuff busted pile that I can possibly build. I wonder if Commander... What if Commander was only bracket one? Has Wizards Hasbro ever addressed if 4-player Commander were come to Arena? Interesting that you bring that up, John Muir. So, we were talking about earlier that yesterday, Wizards announced that they are bringing in-game reporting to Arena for the first time. So you can report another player starting today for hate speech, inactivity, inappropriate username, verbal abuse, spamming. I was trying to figure out why they do this, because there's no chat on Arena, so there's no point in adding this stuff, right? A lot of this stuff, right? Like, you really, it's impossible to verbally abuse someone unless they're your friend that you accepted their friend request, but you cannot verbally abuse your opponent or some rando. The system's not set up that way. So I was thinking, why would they do this? Why would they add all this stuff? And I think the obvious answer, and they say this at some point in the article, that's like, we look forward to your feedback on it and improving our social features. Like, they're going to be adding something. They're adding more social features. They're going to be adding, as we introduce more social features to Arena, we want spaces that you play in to feel safe and welcoming, blah, 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 blah. So my thought is this. They have talked before about doing some sort of multiplayer online client. They haven't said specifically whether it's like Arena or if it could be like another client. I wouldn't be surprised if this all ties together and that this in-game player reporting has to do with them adding chat, and adding chat has to do with being able to play multiplayer on Arena. That's my guess. My guess is they are working on and heading towards having multiplayer on Arena, and that this is a step in that direction. I don't know. I'm curious. What do you all think? Like, does that make sense to you? Does it make sense that this would be the first step towards Arena having something like Commander? I think it's possible. I think it's even likely, because we have them saying they're working on it. We have this change. I just don't think they would do this if they weren't doing something like that, because I don't think they care enough about the people currently playing Arena to add chat for them, because they haven't added replays and all these other features that would really help for tournaments and more spiky stuff. So I just don't think they care that much to actually invest in that aspect. So it'd be weird to me that they would invest in doing this reporting system if something else wasn't coming along with it. So yeah, I'm actually worried about mobile players. I think this might be bad for mobile players, depending on, hopefully they can just sort through it and realize, like, the thing that makes me scared is it sounds like the company that they're helping, partnering with to do the moderation, from what I've heard people saying about it, I haven't researched it myself, that is mostly an AI thing. And coming off my experience of trying to get my Twitter back once it got hacked, in dealing with AI customer service, that part scares me. Because I feel like if it is AI based, what my fear is, it's going to work fine, like 95% of the time, or 98% of the time, or 99% of the time. But if you happen to be the 1% where it doesn't work, it becomes very, very bad. And I know it says that they're going to have humans look at it. They did say that specifically. But I also know things change in the future, so who knows if that's a promise that sticks around a year or two from now, or if it's just for the short term. So that would be my main concern, is like, getting stuck in one of those automated support loops like I did trying to get my Twitter account back, and just, it was so frustrating, and being like, if I could just talk to a human for like 30 seconds, we could figure all this out. It's like so easy if I could just talk to a person for 30 seconds, but not being able to get to that person to have the 30-second conversation. So I hope it doesn't end up there. But all this to say, yes, I think it's actually very possible that they are working on adding multiplayer to Twitter. About the Twitter situation, did you get in contact with a human or no? Not that I know of. After 2 weeks and many emails and public pleas and getting the Goldfish account, trying to reach out and like doing everything possible. After 2 weeks, I just got an email that was basically like, we got rid of the unauthorized 2-factor authentication. You can create a new password now. So I never actually talked to a person in the whole thing. So I don't know if maybe a person read it eventually and sent the final email. Maybe that's how it went, but I never got an email that seemed like it was from a person at any point. He said, there's something I've been thinking about lately. Do you think that prices of standard cards are pulled from speculation rather than from demand? They don't appear to be many paper tournaments, but prices are still somewhat similar to when paper was the main way to play. Do people actually play Magic? I think that the idea that no one plays paper standard is kind of like, it's kind of true, but also kind of overblown in some extent. So I think less people are playing paper standard today than like 15 years ago. I think just more people are playing Commander, more people are playing online. Maybe the community's grown enough that the numbers overall are like not super, super low compared to what it was. But I think that's definitely true, that there's less people playing paper standard now than there was a decade ago. At the same time, when we say things like no one's playing paper standard, I think that is 100% hyperbolic, right? Like, people are playing. There are places where people are playing. There's tournaments that people go, there'll be 1,000 player, tournament, a 1,500 player tournament. There's some locals playing. So it's not that like literally no one plays. It's comparatively way fewer people play tournament standard than they did a decade ago or 15 years ago. So I don't think it's speculation, because I think people that do the finance stuff, they're actually relatively smart about it. I think a lot of them. And I think they wouldn't be speculating on standard cards if no one played the format. Like, the idea that someone trying to make money would buy out a card thinking it's good in standard, only to find out, oh no, no one wants this card because no one plays standard. So I don't think it can be the speculation thing. I think where you see the speculation, if you look, I did a little video earlier today, a little short thing about Alchemist Talent. Alchemist Talent, this card, if you look at this price chart, like, this is a very clear example of a card that was bought out. Like, you see this kind of upward trajectory. This is a card that was just legitimately has more demand than its price point. And you can just see over the course of weeks and months, $3.50, $4, $5. That's the kind of trajectory you see of just legitimate demand for a card. When you see this huge spike, right, where it goes from $6 to $20 overnight, that's when you're like, okay, that's speculation. That's when it's typically someone's buying out all the copies of the card from TCG Player to try to make the price higher and hope to profit from it in the long run. But I don't think that all standard is like that. I don't think that in general standard's like that. So I think the demand is lower than it was at points in the past, but I think that there still are definitely standard players out there. All right, let's do draft number 2. Yeah, we need to bring back the Seance guy. I think it's be more players than ever, since more people are in the game, even if a smaller percentage of the player base. I think it's possible. The only reason I would say that I'm not confident there's more people playing paper standard, just because the overall community has grown so much, it makes up for like the ups and downs in the popularity of the format, is in the past we had really easy things to point to, like, oh, there's a tournament every weekend with thousands of people. There's people, firing events at their LGSs. When I hear people talk about it, well, so we don't have the tournaments anymore as regularly. And when we do have them, they tend to be still big, but not as big as at their peak. And then I hear a lot of people say that they just can't get standard games at their LGS. I'm curious. I mean, what's your LGS like? Like, can you go in your town or to your LGS? Can you go play standard if you want to? On the podcast yesterday, Krim was like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, I found out there's a new LGS in my town. that they actually fire standard. They have like 16 people every week to fire standard, which on one hand is really cool to be like, wow, that's awesome, standard's firing. On the other hand, I think he's in LA, I think, and I'm like, if you're in like literally one of the biggest the biggest cities in the country, and it's like someone just managed to get 16 people together to play standard, that might actually not be that much of a ringing endorsement of the standard format, if that's the equation. I think there's definitely more people playing Magic than ever before. Molly Swag, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup to you for you. Thank you. We're gonna do a premiere draft. We'll do a premiere. We did the pick 2. We'll do a premiere draft. My LGS does not have standard, but there's some in the next town that do. So you do have a place you could get to somewhat reasonably if you really wanted to play. Portland, we have 3 or 4 separate nights. Ooh, okay, so maybe it's just mostly location based, like depending on where you. Yeah, we're just mill players now. Depending on where you. Oh God, YouTube recommended me the interview you did with your mom's channel. Oh God. Oh, she made me do it. How can you say no to your mom? Like, how do you say no to your mom wanting to start her little YouTube channel? How do you say no? I don't even remember. How bad was it? I don't even remember what was in that. Oh, that's so funny. It's so funny that it's Why are we not gonna fire this? Click your button, Seed 8. All right, requeuing again. All right, come on, you can do it. 1 more, 2 more. Come on. See, wait, how do I report filled seat for stalling? We need wizards. We need a way to report Seed 8 here. This is our 3rd draft in a row. I think they might be griefing. Filled seat. Get him out of here. For my year, we have standard events. Hey, successfully made it into a draft. And oh no. Okay, chat. I need your help, chat. I need your help. Yeah, the one she did with me was supposed to be 1 video, but it just went too long. She had a thing that she wanted to keep them to 9 minutes or something. I don't remember. There was some reason she wanted to keep them to a certain time. Okay, chat. So here's where we're at. So first, we can run it back. We got another conciliators. We can just go in on the mill plan right from the beginning and try to replicate what we did last time. Force mill. The other choice is Eagles Are Coming's kind of a splashy, flashy, exciting rare that I think can just win games out of nowhere. Like, it's really, I think if we're not taking the mill and just forcing mill, I think I'm definitely taking that. Iron Hills Blacksmith, very good 2-drop. That card's actually very good. I like Bilbo, even though blue kind of sucks if you're not milling people out. Are you bored of Milligan? Is the question. Like, is it boring to do the same thing twice? I think we got to take Eagles. I don't know if we want to do the same exact. We don't want to do the same exact deck twice in a row, right? That would get a little boring. That would get a little boring. If it wheels, which it won't. Oh, we would have got the Thor's map to go with it. So how do we best support the Eagles Are Coming? So Eagles Are Coming, we want lots of bodies. And then we bounce them all, make a ton of birds, make you die. Like that's the plan. Oin the Brave is fine. Provisioner is on color and it's a 2-drop, which is fine. I like Thor's map. Thor's map is really, really good if you're the deck we were last time. I don't know how good it is in a random white deck. Roll is just very hard to use. You need a very specific support pieces to make it work. Nurture's fine in the right deck. I think the bird's too expensive. Oh, man, I guess we just take the Provisioners for... Ooh, interesting. Huh. Sackville Vagans is cool. There's another map here. Patient Instructor is good, though. This makes 2 bodies for the Eagles Are Coming. Yeah, if we get enough recruit stuff, then the ETB stuff becomes better. You want to avoid white being your main color? Well, I might be too late for that, because I think Butterflies is pretty mid. Sackville Baggins is cool. We could take Sackville Baggins. I don't know if Black-White's very good. I think we just take Patient Instructor. Instructor works really well with what we're trying to do. I mean, Stone by Sunlight's very good. It kills big stuff, and it can protect your thing. And even turn it into an artifact for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, we're pretty white-based. Although, as someone in the chat said, it is true that white's really funny. The top end of white is really... I wish I knew how to make this card work in Limited. There's no super big thing to put into play. It's hard to sack, but it would be really fun. It's such a funny card. One of the funniest cards from the set. I think we just take a Bofer. Yeah, there were a lot of those Goblin equipment. Someone's going to have a busted Rakdos deck. But remember, no Rakdos. No Rakdos here. Oh no, we're going to have to take a non-white card. We're getting a lot of black pass. Like, Golem's not that bad. Key to the Side Door. Discard a legend with the same name as a legend you control. Draw 2. Make something unblockable. I mean, I guess we just take this Golem. Yeah, I'm banned from Bofer jokes. After that, what did you think of how'd you like the 1v1 Commander video that Richard and I did? That was something we hadn't done before. You went 7-1 with a 4-color pile? Going 4 with Parting Friendship? What? That is this is a tough format for 4-color. I have a hard time making 4 or 5-color work in this format. That is actually insane. I think that's something we might do more of in the future. Just like, I don't even know. It's just like super just kind of casual and fun. Rich card, yeah, the beard was great. I know Richard should just grow it out. I think he could pull it off. He said the problem is he can't. he can't get it to grow, which is the big issue. But I guess we take this Lake Town Lookout. Moment of Glory. Put a counter on a creature you control. 5 mana, flash it back. Put a counter on each of your creatures. I guess we just take. Man, we could take this red. Oin, I do kind of like. But we're definitely going to play this. Maybe... Oh, Patient Instructor coming back is nice. Maybe there's a world where we're mono white? Wow, roll. All right. Someone wanted roll. We'll take the roll. We'll get it on the wheel. You don't like Oin? I mean, it would be cool if we could end up mono white. I don't know if it's actually realistic to end up mono white, but I feel like if we could end up mono white, I don't know. Then we just got to make sure we find Eagles are coming. Like that's the challenge. We are building Esper Self-Bounce in Hobbit Draft. This thing's not horrible. 5 mana is kind of a lot in this format, but it's not that bad. This pump spell's better in Dwarves. If you put equipment on your thing, then it's like kind of fine. Have you noticed that they're doing way more free equipping? Like, it's like everything's hammer time now. Whew, okay, well. So, Chief Warg's Company. Really good. I don't know that we can cast it, though. But it is very good. Desolation Prowler, if you decide to do draft... This is the mythic uncommon from the set. This is, if you look on 17 lands and see the highest win rate cards, this is right up there with literally the best mythics in the set. This is the mythic uncommon. It's so good. So I think we're probably just taking this Prowler, even though there's like no good white cards. This thing's not very good. This is very fillery. So I think we just take the Prowler since we already have this Golem. I think, and then just go from there. Well, Magnificent End's fine. We do need removal. Oh, this is other 2-drop I was talking about in the last draft. Lakeshore Apothecary. This is actually really, really good in the deck that we played last time. Another reward for drawing 2 cards a turn. Magnificent End kind of frustrates me because you really need 6 damage to kill some things. Rakdos. But it's fine. This thing I've never seen be as effective as it looks. Like, it looks like, ooh, it's like a ghostly prison almost on a 2-drop, but in practice, I found it kind of hard to actually get it going. Hobbit for fixing. Hopefully, we're not going to need that much fixing in this deck. Ooh, wow, no one wants the elves. No one wants the elves. Thranduil, Cantankerous Keeper's coming around. I mean, Patient Instructor is very good. There's also Laketown Toymaker, which is good with the instructors. It's also a 4-drop, which we have none of. Well, we trophied our first draft. We did a pick 2 to start, and now we're doing a premier draft. I feel like instructor is better for what we're trying to do. Like, all we really want to do. Wow, another one. All we really want to do is make a bunch of bodies, and then cast a big Eagles Are Coming. And I feel like just Patient Instructor just churning through our deck and making bodies, probably the perfect way to pull this off, actually. Do we take this 5-drop? Another one? Otherwise, we're taking what? Elven King's Harper? Not great. All right, take the 5-drop. Hey, Seth, they have some incredibly devastating news. I have to start drinking decaf. Wow, number 5. Holy. All right, how many Patient Instructors can we have in a deck? We are halfway through pack 2, and we have 5. We have 5 Patient Instructors. Is this thing good? +2/+2 in flying. I think it's supposed to be like a sign. It does say Eagles Rescue. Flavor wise, it's a win. Do we take it? Great Fierce Bee is like kind of mid. It's not as good. Not as good as you would hope it would be. Crude Blunt Blade is very good. Stir Up Trouble's good. We do need removal. Yeah, stuff that we can discard is good. Maybe we just take Stir Up Trouble. Gandalf Spark Starter is pretty solid. Not for us. Not for us today, but I don't know if we're actually... I mean, we might just be black-white, honestly. Yeah, that's a good blue card. I don't know. I don't know if we're black-white. I mean, we're white-based. There's no doubt we're white-based. Oh, Eagle Rescue really good on 1-on-1 double striker for sure. It might have been, yeah, maybe taking the land would have been better. I'm still not sure that we're going to be in blue. I'm kind of looking at this, and I'm like... So if we get rid of... Here's our mono-white deck right now. This is what we look like mono-white. Or actually, we got to get rid of roll. But, like, this is what we look like mono-white. Gandalf. Yeah, let's take Gandalf in case. Like, we might actually just be able to be mono-white. Ooh, except Bard the Bowman. Oh, man. Okay, we got to make a decision, chat. We got to make a decision. Decisions must be made. It must be made. It must be made. So, okay, here's what we have to decide. Our mono-white card's kind of bad. We're not taking Dwarven Short or Garrison first pick. So now we have to decide, are we going in black or are we going into blue as our second color? Black gives us Rampager, which is good. Bilbo Strike, which is good. Blue gives us Bard the Bowman, and then, I don't know, I guess Enchanted River's Grasp. All right. We'll take it. I don't know if that was good or not, but we got it. We'll take a Hobbit hole. Get a little fixing. So I guess we're going blue-white, which I guess means roll is back. Uneasy Parting's back. So I think this is what we're looking like now. I mean, Bard is really, really good. It is really good. Wait, what else did we get out of that pack? I feel like I didn't pick the second card. It just like auto-picked it. Oh, another deadly slice. Man, and a ace. Man, black is open. Black is. We might have made the wrong choice, chat. It might have been better just to go into black, because this thing's fine and this is very good. But I guess we can still take that. I mean, we have a little bit of removal. Oh, right. I'm so used to doing pick 2. I'm like, where's my second card? Where's my second card? I'm trying to pick 2. Good call, chat. Good call. Are we taking another Eagles rescue? I mean, we are actually just an Eagles deck. If we take this, we are officially an Eagle deck. We have a bunch of, you know what? We have a bunch of 1/1s. This is actually kind of good, because we have a million patient instructor 1/1s. Ooh. Rakdos. Schmog. Well, we definitely want Mountain King's Return. This card, absolutely insane in our deck. Essentially another copy of Patient Instructor and a way to get back Bard. Yeah, we're not going to watch Magic. I don't think Magic... What are they doing today? I don't think we're going to watch Magic today. I don't think they're doing anything notable, like spoiler-wise or anything. Wow, another Azog. I mean, this deck might actually be okay. This deck might not be that bad. Which kind of scares me, because last time I was like, I think our deck is bad, and then it did good. Now this deck, I think it looks good, but now we probably like 1-3 or something. I don't know. We don't have any black in our deck. There's no black. So many micro synergies. Slow enough that you can land cycle on turn 2. I think that this format's probably too fast for that. I think we just want the nuisance. Another way to dig through the deck, another flyer. We don't really want another one of those. A Confiscate be bothered. I think Confiscate's actually kind of mid. It's fine, but I don't think it's that great. Yeah, no Rakdos. No Rakdos. Against the odds drafting here. Against the odds drafts only. Is this thing good? I've seen this pop off for other people. We do draw a lot of cards. I've never played it. Anyone play Ravenhill Flock? I don't know. Either that or we just take it. We might just need the 2-drop for curve purposes. Even though Flock is better. Yeah, I think we just need 2-drop. I think that Flock is probably the better card, but I think we do just need, for our curve to function. One thing I've learned about this format is... there are a lot of matchups where if you miss your 2-drop, you just die. Like, if your opponent's playing Boros or an aggressive Rakdos deck, there's, like, really, if you just stumble a little bit, you get so punished. So I think it makes sense to focus on curve considerations over power at this point. And then, of course, take the higher rarity cards, because you got to get them gems. All right, so we got a deck. We got to put it together. We ran out of patient instructors at the end somehow. Honest opinion, there will definitely be malicious players spam reporting opponents on Arena out of spite. See, I don't play a lot of games where you report people outside of Magic now. How do other games deal with that? Like, is it a problem in other games? So you know that will happen, right? People get salty. People don't like getting stacks. People don't like whatever. The amount of Wraths you play, that you counter their commander. There will be people who frivolously report things just because they're salty. But I have to think that they're smart enough. Reindeering! Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 15th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big subscription. Thank you. But I have to imagine that the systems are like, they got to be smart enough to ignore that, right? Like, or no? I don't know. I guess the only thing I think it makes sense to have some way of reporting things. Do we actually want roll? How many things do we have that have an enters trigger? We have the patient instructors. And then I guess maybe a garrison if we stick with it. I don't know if we play this Gandalf. But Gandalf's kind of I don't know if we actually play roll. I don't know if you have enough. It is nice with Bard, but no, it comes back end step, right? Return it at the beginning of the next end step. So it doesn't trigger Bard at a time that matters. Oh, you know what kind of decks I play, Liz? Oh my god. I've spent the last 10 years playing a lot of the most miserable decks possible. So, I mean, I guess as long as it goes to an actual human in the end, it's probably you gotta imagine that an actual human would be like, oh, obviously they were salty that their thing got countered or whatever. Yeah, it'll be. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how it works out. Oh, we might have to restart Arena too. So we need to cut 5 cards. So our plan with this deck, we have 1 bomb. The Eagles are coming. We're gonna make a ton of tokens. And then we are going to... Man, this deck might not even need the map. Maybe we don't play Butterfly. I honestly think we should not play roll. Like, I'll play it for fun. But I think if our goal is to win, I would probably not play roll. As fun as it is, I think it's just probably too inconsistent. It's one of those cards where, like, yes, when you have the patient instructor, you have the stuff to go with it, it's really good. Maybe 5 is enough that we'll just always have one. But then there's also times where it just does absolutely nothing, and it's very sad. Gandalf's pretty fillery. So now we really need to cut 1 more card. I kind of think Eagle's Rescue is actually good in this deck. Because we should be able to make a lot of 1/1 recruit tokens. So we should have ways to get it back from the graveyard. So I think we're cutting 1 of these. Maybe we just don't need all the provisioners. We could get rid of the map. I like the map. I don't know why I like the map, but I guess we have so much recruiting, we probably don't need it. That is a good point. Short Sword's kind of fillery. I mean, we got to keep the removal. This works with our recruiting theme. Removal. Bad removal, but technically removal. Good card. I kind of want to keep the card draw. Probably keep that. Definitely keep the removal. So I think it's something like... I think it's either one of the provisioners, the map, or the Sword Short. Sword Short, I think, is better for curve purposes. So I think it's either 1 provisioner or 1 map. I think it's got to be one of those two. Yeah, let's get rid of the map, I think. Can you bounce your opponent's cards say tap lockdown enchantments with roll? No, so roll. Blinks a creature or land that you control. Returns it on the end step, does it for 4 turns in a row. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was thinking we didn't have any draw second card synergies, but we do have Bard. And Bard is really good. We do have a lot of recruiting, though. You know what? I think the Bard argument has convinced me. Let's do it that way. Let's keep the map. How many creatures we got? 13? 13's enough. Yeah, all right. We can try it like that. I think I'm going to have to restart Arena real quick. Chat, avert your eyes. Who knows how messy the desktop is? Okay. It's slightly over half full. Then a little while ago. Hey from the US. What's up, Leon? Kissing me. How are you? Oh god, a little while ago I was cleaning up. I lost the Ragavan when I changed computers. A little while ago I was cleaning up my desktop and I realized that Hasbro's quarterly reports lead to some very, very questionable file names. I had all these files that were just like Cox 1, Cox 2, Cox 2. Just, I was like, oh man, if that just pops up on stream, people are gonna have no idea what's going on here. I might need to work on my phrasing a little bit with these file names. Where's the folder you put all your extra? The desktop is that folder. Is that not what the desktop is for? I thought the desktop is where you put all the extra stuff. Paying my respects to Cash. I know. Oh, it was so good. I gotta find. So chat, help me with this. Badger Bowl Cub's banned. It's banned. It's gone. What goes on the dartboard? What goes on the dartboard? What do we put up there? Also, I just gotta say, Next Level Magic Forever, Chapin's new book. I was blown away just like how beautiful this book looked. Like it's like hardcover and it just looks really nice. I haven't got to read it all yet. I still need to read it, but when it actually came in the mail, I was like, wow, this is actually a very nice put together book. It's actually very, very good. Oh wait, where do I answer the riddle? I already know the answer to this because Richard made me answer the riddle. I gotta say that riddle was kind of easy. I don't know anything about the Hobbit, but it just kind of made sense. Wait, where am I supposed to? In the store? Wow, it actually... Wait. I didn't even... Did I just complete the riddle? I just typed in mountain and... Wait, what if I type in other things? There's got to be other codes that we don't know about. I don't know. Where are these? I don't even know where the riddles are. I don't even see the riddle. I just typed mountain in there and it gave me a card. Cuz that was the answer to the riddle that Richard asked me in that 1v1 video. So I just went with that and it worked. Oh, see, I never go to the inbox. Your first riddle. What has roots? As nobody sees, is taller than trees. Up, up, up it goes, and yet it never grows. That one's mountain. I knew that because Richard asked me that same one in the 1v1 video. Nailed it. This one I don't know because I never read the Hobbit. Your second riddle. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ. First they champ. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ. Then they stamp, then they stand still. Input your answer as a code in the store. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand. I don't know what that's talking about. Chat. 30 white mountains on a red hill. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still. You're not ruining it, chat. You're helping me. I'm going to type in teeth. No, I'm not. I'm going to type in teach. Well, it was not teach. Spelled incorrectly. Hey, we got there. And we get the gnashing of... Wait, so that was... What are there just freaking riddles throughout this book? Does the Hobbit just have a bunch of riddles in it? Do you see that the deck list I left you in one of your recent videos? It was a Boros Control discard. Actually better than I thought. Oh, I don't think I've seen that one, Hanty. Can you send me a link here? All right, third and final riddle. Voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters. Voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters. Voiceless cries, wingless flutters. I'm so bad. Like wind, so the wind can cry. Mutters, bites. I don't know if I see it. Man, this game sucks. Leapfrogger. No, that is incorrect. Someone said wind. Wait, it actually is wind. You're correct. How did I get that one right there? Wait, come on, Arena. I think we just crashed Arena. It didn't even give me anything. I don't think. Wait. I don't know. I don't even know what we got from that one. How does the wind mutter, though? How does it mutter? Give me that. See, like, the wind can cry. Like, the wind cries Mary, so to speak. Flutters. Okay, the wind flutters. Bites? I guess, like, wind can have a bite to it if it's cold out. The mutters one, though. I don't get the mutters one. What is Tolkien talking about? All right, let's see if we can play a couple of these draft games. Back to the draft. And what about mutters, though? Explain mutters. Mutters is the one that I'm really stuck on. Like, the other three I can at least associate with wind, but I've never heard of the wind muttering. Wind cries Mary, ding ding ding. Yes, I've heard that. But mutters. I thought a mutter was like a racehorse. I thought you could take a mutter to the racetrack or something. Drafty homes groan and mutter with the wind. All right, I guess I can buy that. His mother was a mutter. All right, this hand looks fine. We got a 1-drop. And then not much else, but sure. Lake Town, look out. My deepest apologies for blowing up chat with the copy paste link. For the copy paste, I don't have a link. Oh, that's fine. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Play the land, get down the provisioner, hit ya. Down to 19. Let's see. Wait, I don't see. Wait, you put it in the chat? I don't know where it is. For some reason I'm not seeing it. Actually, do you even attack with this? Do you want to trade? I feel like trading's bad here. Let's pass. Let's not trade. I think trading's actually less than ideal. It's really weird being an MTG fan in India because they don't distribute her directly, and I'm always like a set behind. That would be how is the Magic community or scene in India? I hear a lot about like South America, Brazil, Japan, Europe. Honestly, I don't know if I know any Indian Magic players. I'm sure there's many of them out there. I'm not sure I don't know if I've met any of them before. Day 7 of SE set the build Naya, Chitte, in Modern. I had a dream where he did. Oh, all right. I will have to try to make your dream come true somehow. Now, let's just play a land. I think we just... Oh, do we just beat down? We can also Patient Instructor. That seems better next turn. So this would be a 4/4 flyer. How scary is this, Gandalf? Whenever you cast a creature spell gets +1/+1 and it deals 1, it shouldn't be that scary. Alright. Let's Eagle Rescue it. But no attacks? Do we win this race? 315, 11, 7, 3 dead. 18. Yeah, all right, we're gonna pass. I don't think we actually win the race at the moment. I don't actually think. I mean, no promises because I don't know if I'll make it work or anything. Forgetful Fish, but I will see what I can do. I'll see if I can come up with something. They have ton of. It does have a ton of Flashback Amass Goblin cards. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Suspicious. Suspicious. Pinecone Strike, maybe? Yeah. All right, let's just take 2. We'll take the 2. I think a video about Jitte would have actually broken Modern if it was unbanned earlier would be interesting. Oh, that's actually an interesting idea that I hadn't thought about. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, right? Like, they just waited until Modern was so powerful that I think if you had unbanned Jitte a decade ago, then you'd actually have a card that would be kind of exciting. But at this point it's just so powerful. Jedi's had a funny run of it. Finally got unbanned in Modern. And then, what was it? Historic? Where Wizards reprinted it in... they reprinted it in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and preemptively banned it in Historic, even though they actually had released it in an anthology 6 months ago, and it had been in the format without seeing play for 6 months, and they just didn't realize it. Oh, that was so good. That is some classic WotC. Classic WotC right there. With not only banning it, but like one of their more iconic cards too, which makes it even funnier. Oh, so good. So good. Do we just keep all the removal? All right. Let's discard. Pass the turn. This 5-drop is not bad. We just don't have 5 mana to cast it. Do you like the band Dexter and the Moon Rocks? I'm not familiar with the band Dexter and the Moon Rocks, so I guess I do not know. I feel like we're dying. Opponent, big attack. Well, I mean, maybe we're okay. We get to kill the Gandalf. Take our beats, kill the Gandalf. It would have been so good earlier. Okay. Get rid of... Yeah, I think we got to get rid of Stone by Sunlight. We are drawing lots of removal. Not many lands, but lots of removal. Well, let's pass the turn. We're not going to discard Eagles. That's the whole gimmick with this deck, is we really need Eagles to pop off. Gloin is good. Gloin. Wow! They're casting the adventure mode. Oh. Huh. Well, that mode's really good. I guess we should have probably just eagled. I am Rakdos intolerant. Also Simic intolerant. Opponent getting in. Let's get rid of this token at least. My God. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Yeah, that Gloin was a blowout. Well, it turns out Eagles are coming. Not great with no creatures on the battlefield. And now we're going to start drawing all the lands, I'm sure. All the lands that we end drawn all game. There it is. There's the Hobbit hole. Well, play the land, pass the turn. I think we might be dead, chat. I don't know if we're surviving this one. We were easy pickings, my God. I have never once seen that actually be good. That's the first time. We have built the perfect scenario for that card to actually do something. Every time I've had Gloin in my deck, I've just cast it. I've never cast the spell mode because it never has killed anything for me. There's never been a window for it to do anything. But it worked out perfectly for our opponent here. Oh, God dang it. Well, okay. Magnificent End. If we got a trick, we're probably dead. Well, I gotta say, this is... Eagles Are Coming seems really bad this game. Our rare is just rotting in our hand, doing literally nothing. Found it. Mountain King's Return. Good card. Gonna do some recruiting. Discards a land. Well, if they don't add to the battlefield... I'm still not sure how long-term we get out of this, but if they don't play another creature here, we're not dead next turn. All right, Dwarven Provisioner. I mean, I think we're just going to have to... Eagles Are Coming this Provisioner. That's not even exciting, but I think that's all we can realistically do. Well, all right. Well, Eagles Are Coming. We wanted to do more than this, but let's pick up Mega 4/4. Opponent gets to reanimate. Gets back the Gandalf. Yeah, opponent's deck's good. Opponent's deck's good. Opponent planes. Line. Well, play the land. Actually, we don't even need to. Well, Long River's Grasp. Provisioner. Yeah, I think we're just dead, though. It's too late. It's too late. I haven't heard anything about Limited yet. Why no Rakdos? So, Rakdos is just kind of far and away the best color combination, where some of the best Limited players have essentially just said, I'm going to force Rakdos every time for this entire set. That's kind of the reputation that this set has, is it's Rakdos and then everything else. So it's not that Rakdos is bad, it's actually that Rakdos is really good. And if you do a draft, going into it trying to force your way into Rakdos is actually a pretty legitimate strategy. So we're just trying to avoid Rakdos because it's the most popular, most powerful color combination. So trying to do something different than what you typically see in a draft. I like Boros. I think Boros is good. I mean, Rakdos is insane. Golgari is very good. I like Boros a lot. I think Boros dwarves can be very aggressive. Simic, I have not figured out. I have not figured out how to make Simic work. Even okay, we have the Eagles are coming early. All right. This is a little better. Okay. Let's teach our opponent about how these Eagles actually work. Opponent, swamp, and passing. So do you think, chat? Let's say we had this in hand turn 1. Do you think it's actually correct with Eagles are coming to just turn 1 drop, turn 2 make a 4/4 and just go for it? Just be like, over the course of the game, hopefully that's just enough to kill you. If you don't have removal, we got a turn 2 4/4 flyer and you're dead. That actually seems like not illegitimate. Well, let's get on the patient instructor. Do a little recruiting. Huh. Do we want to discard a land? Do we need a 1/1? How much do we care about this Provisioner? Yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll just play the patient instructor. Next turn we can Provisioner and leave up Bofur. And then go from there. I played against some solid Simic decks. You just need to get the right combination of colors. I think the biggest issue is... Yeah, I'm not too worried about getting the 6 mana with the map. I think if we need the lands, we should be able to loot into it. And we do have our triple white. We only really need 1 blue source, so... Fearsome Goblin Paya. Well, let's play the land. Get down a Provisioner. And I guess we just pass. This I usually just treat as a 1/1 unblockable until they kill it. So we trophied our first draft. This is draft 2, and we lost our first round, our first game of draft 2. So we're 0-1 in draft 2. So limited formats of this year, my ranking of them personally would be. So currently, I don't even know if I want to rank the Hobbit because it's so early. Right now, though, I would probably rank the Hobbit at the bottom of my personal ranking of this year's draft sets. It would probably be. Ooh, there's the Mythic Uncommon. It would probably be, right now, Hobbit at the bottom. Marvel superheroes I liked, but it was more like mid than great. It's probably Hobbit, Marvel superheroes. Secrets of Strixhaven I really did like. I think the spell theme was really fun, so I really like Secrets of Strixhaven. And then number 1, and I know people are going to hate to hear this, but it is honestly and unironically Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I drafted that set so much. I enjoyed it so much. I really, really, really oddly enjoyed playing Marvel Superheroes draft, like, a lot. Like, I really, really liked it. Yeah, TMNT was February. We can get rid of this Eagles Rescue. That's a good thing to discard. I mean, we are a land away. We are a land away, and I feel like if we actually get to pick up like 4 or 5 creatures, like How do you beat that? That's Entreat the Angels. That is essentially Entreat. Oh, I forgot Lorman Eclipse. Oh, Lorman Eclipse. Okay, I forgot about that set. I blacked out of my mind. Honestly, new ranking. And this is really going to piss people off. But yeah, people are really going to be mad. At the very bottom, at the very, very bottom, we have Lorman Eclipsed. I kind of hated Lorwyn Eclipse's strat format. I hate to say that because I love Lorwyn and I love the set and I'm glad they brought it back and the art was great and all that stuff, but honestly the draft format did not do it for me. So it's honestly probably Lorwyn Eclipse at the bottom, then the Hobbit, Marvel Superheroes in the middle with Secrets of Strixhaven, and then TMNT at the very top. Yeah, See, I love Secrets of Strixhaven, though. For me, I loved it. I love, like, the fact that I could build 0 creature decks that were 5-color piles with just, like, all the cool spells. I actually loved that part of the set. But I can see how not everyone would like that. Yeah, Spider-Man. So I didn't really start drafting aggressively until Avatar. I mean, we got to do it, right? We got to do it. We just got to pass and block and pick it all up. That's got to be the way. That's got to be the way. What's coming, chat? What's coming? What's coming? What is coming? It might be the Eagles. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Oh, it reminds me of Always Sunny. It reminds me of Always Sunny when they get mad at each other and do the Eagles thing. They'd say something about, like, liking the Cowboys. They'd be like, caw, caw, and just, like, caw at each other. Yeah, I'm sorry. I watch a lot of YouTube on X2, on X 1.5 or X2 as well. So I imagine that it's a little bit different. I'll try to talk super fast. Is that better? About it. Wait, did I catch the new episodes of Always Sunny yesterday? I have not seen the new episode of Always Sunny. Is it good? I honestly, like, somehow Always Sunny has impressed me with how well it has stood up even after so many years. Like, normally by season 14, 15, shows are just not funny anymore. And I think that Always Sunny, I don't think it's as good as its peak. Like, I think its peak, season 3 to whatever, 5, 8, something like, I think it was even better than it is now, but I still kind of don't mind new episodes of Always Sunny. I still think some of them are pretty funny, even all this time later. So opponent's gonna get in with the Prowler. I mean, we're doing the thing. Oh, let's make him pay some life. Let's make him pay some life. Put them all in front of the Prowler. About it. Oh, they're gonna be so mad. They're gonna be so mad. How about you? And how about you? And how about you? And how about also you? Pick them up! Pick them up! About it. Caw-caw! The Eagles are coming. Opponent hits us for 0 at the beginning of our upkeep. We are going to get 4 flyers. Not bad. Not bad for 6 mana. How are the Bills going to be this year? What is their record going to be? They'll be good. They'll be good, and they'll lose in the second round of the playoffs, like always. Same thing every time. But no, I mean, I expect them to win their division. Like, no offense to the Patriots fans out there, but Patriots last year just had a super easy schedule. I don't buy that Patriots are actually that good. I think they're good. I don't think they're bad anymore. I think they're decent, but I don't buy that they're actually as good as their record was last year. So I'm a little skeptical of the Patriots. So I think I would expect 11 and 6, 12 and 5 somewhere. It's always the same thing with the Bills. Like, they're gonna have a good regular. This is assuming that Allen doesn't get hurt. If Allen gets hurt, then they probably have the first pick in the draft. They're done. They're totally done if something happens to Allen. But assuming Allen's healthy, they should win the division. And then I still don't have a lot of faith that they actually do it in the playoffs for whatever reason. But I don't know. Maybe the new coach will make a difference. So I guess we just play another patient instructor. I mean, our opponent's at 16, so we actually are just presenting straight up lethal next turn. Now it's lethal and then some because of Eagle Rescue. All right, opponent, kill us if you can. Kill us if you can. Yeah, we can kill the army eventually. I don't feel like we really need to yet. All right, so opponent's going to smog down one of the flyers in a desperate attempt to remain alive. We still have lethal next turn, though, right? We still have lethal by Eagle's Rescue on a patient instructor. Oh, okay, now we do not have lethal next turn. So now we need our opponent to have to pump. Oh, do they pump, chat? Do they pump? How do we make them pump? This is our best bet, right? To make them pump. Yeah, let's do it like that. They gotta pump. They gotta pump. They gotta pump to stay alive. You can't just let your Prowler go. Yeah, got him. All right, that works. That works. And now the Eagles can rescue us to victory. Well, caw-caw, caw-caw, caw-caw. Eagles are coming is pretty good when it actually works. Whew. All right, that was a little close. That was a little close. The little footsteps always make me think back to Murders at Karlov because of Hideaway. What's his play for Murders at Karlov banner today? I kind of forgot about that set. What do we have from MKM that actually sees play? Is there anything? Also, you know what's crazy? That Outlaws of Thunder Junction still in Standard. That kind of breaks my mind that that's still in Standard. Like, just looking, these sets came out. So look at these. Look at the amount of sets that are in Standard. That's insane. That is insane. Like, when did Wilds of Eldraine release? 2022? Must have been 2023. Gotta be 2023, right? But MKM, what do we have? So Surveillance Lands, obviously. I very occasionally see someone play Downley. Archer with Charm kind of flopped. Vein Ripper was good for a time. Oh, I guess War Leader's Call. War Leader's Call you see in token deck sometimes. Leyline of the Guild Pack was good in Modern. Prof's obviously too good. A little bit bannable. Archerwood's Charm, man, do you play that in Commander? I remember when Archerwood's Charm came out, I thought that card was going to be, like, really, really good. I expected that to be, like, arguably Commander staple level good. And then it ended up kind of just being okay, like, fine. How have the games been? They've been good, Soul Savage. We're on draft number 2. We're on draft number 2. We're 1-1 in draft number 2. We trophied draft number 1, which is nice. So this is a nice start. So now we Mountain King return, discard one of our 5 patient instructors, get a 1/1, and then we just reanimate the patient instructor anyway. Ooh, are they mono black? They might be mono black. Oh, it's Manasseh, eh? All right, let's block the goblin then. Take the 1. And front porch sentries. Well, get back the instructor. Yeah, let's play another instructor. Well, all right, get rid of another Eagles Rescue. Play the land past the turd. Warrior's Call is really good in a token deck. That card is, man, that card should be better. There's a lot of cards we got to reevaluate, and I kind of feel like in our new Standard format. Yeah, let's just do this and start the big beatdowns. Opponent's missing land drops. We gotta punish him for it. Oh, we found. Oh, Rakdos. Okay, now we definitely need to kill them. Now that we know they're dirty Rakdos players. On the draw with your Rakdos deck. Oh, chat, do you know? I think I figured. I was trying to figure out. You know, I pronounce things so weirdly. I think I figured out that it most likely most likely, I don't think it's that I'm dyslexic. I think it's the most likely that I grew up with no TV. And I read a ton of books. Like, that was, I guess, in part because we didn't have TV or other things to do. I read a ton. Like, I remember reading an encyclopedia. Like, just reading through an encyclopedia because I thought it was interesting. So, weirdly, wrongly, whatever adjective you want to throw in there. But I think that's actually why. I think it's more that, like, I read the words so I would say them the way in my head, but because we didn't have TV, I wouldn't hear other people saying the words. So there's a lot of words that I say, I think, in the way that my brain said that they should be said. And English is not a very good language for that because there's a lot of weirdness to English. So that's my guess, is at least part of my pronunciation issues. Well, let's play a garrison. Get rid of a provisioner. Hit you in the air down to 14. I mean, if we can find another, the Eagles are coming, we probably just win. Eagles Rescue also has been very good. I wasn't sure how good Eagles Rescue is, but it's felt great in a deck that can make a bunch of 1/1 tokens. Basically, my own personal phonics. Oh, all these glowings. Golly. Well, good thing we have 2 more patient instructors in hand. Well, would have been a concern. Opponent really wants to get rid of our 1/1s because of the Eagles rescues, but little do they know that we drafted 5 patient instructors. Man, we're getting blown out by these glowings. Now, opponent really does not want these 1/1s to exist. Opponent's gonna say, all right, opponent, doing their big turn, killing as many things as possible. Well, I think we actually just Bard here. Let's play the Bard. Get in with the garrison. Actually, do we get in with both? Let's get in with both. I think it's our time to try to make you die. Attack with both. Opponent triple blocks. Well, kill them all. Opponent glowing the mighty. Wow, that's kind of a good draw. So now we can patient instructor. Discard uneasy parting. Lifelink up the garrison. Get rid of the glowing. And opponent scoops it up. Okay, maybe this deck's good. Maybe this deck's good. Did anyone get the... Oh, yeah, Secret Lairs went on sale today, didn't they? I did not buy... What are the Secret Lairs that went up today? What do we get? Wait, why is this? Oh, it's foil edition. Why is it 60? Isn't 60 more than usual? Wait, did they... Chat, did they increase the prices of Secret Lair drops? Didn't they used to be 30 and 40? Are they now 40 and 60? Where's... I want to see... Did anyone play Mood Swing? Oh, I feel bad for Marrow. I feel bad. I do feel a little bad for Marrow because I feel like... Has anyone played Mood Swings? How is Mood Swings actually been? I don't know. I don't know. There was a meaty Magic video that I watched like a few days ago, and my God, they did a Mark Rosewater impersonation, and it was, it had me rolling. It was so good. It was so funny. But did anyone actually play Mood Swings? I'm curious if Mood Swings is any good. It's kind of, yeah, I have noticed that the reviews, I have seen that as well, that whenever I've read people talking about it, the reviews are like not, a lot of them have not been horrible, but a lot of them have not been super positive. A lot of them have kind of been like, it's like kind of okay for 10, 15 minutes, but it's very short. I've heard a lot of criticism of the TCG model of it, where you don't get all the packs or all the cards in the pack like you would in more of like a living card game model. So I've seen some criticism of that from people. They have a golem. Yeah, let's just get rid of the uneasy partings, get another body. What was the meaty magic video? Let me see. So opponent's getting in with the flunkies. Yeah, I guess we just block it. I'm pretty sure it was... I'm pretty sure it was one of the Hobbit openings. I think there's multiple Hobbit opening videos, but I'm pretty sure it was one of the Hobbit opening videos. They had the impression that was just so funny. Sure, we'll take it. I mean, we have the Eagles are coming. That's what we're working towards. Now play the land. Let's play another patient instructor. See if we get a land here. That's going to determine a lot. We do. So pitch the plunder. And then I think since we hit a land, I think we run out the Bofer. Just because we want as many bodies as possible for the Eagles are coming. All right, pass the turn. All right. Don't kill our stuff. If they gloin us, I swear to God, not everyone can have a gloin. Even though our opponent, they do have kind of a gloiny avatar. Yeah, we're just going to take it. Down to 8. No fear. No fear. No gloin. Desolation Prowler. Opponent passes. Well, play a land. We will pass the turn. Oh, come on. Come on, Eagles. Come on, Eagles. Opponent, land. It all comes down to this. I mean, this is the turn that makes everything happen. Opponent's going to go to combat. Opponent. We're going to leave back the Prowler. They might be afraid of Settle the Wreckage. They might be afraid to Settle the Wreckage. So a block, block, block. Ha-ha! Caw-caw! Pick them all up. Make us a few Eagles. I pasted the list without lands and without a sideboard. Seth would really like you to pilot it. I went 6-1 with a close loss to Jeskai Control. Wait, where did you put? Wait, so where did you put the list, Handy? I would love to see the list. I'm just not 100% sure where you posted it. Well, let's replay the instructor. Gotta loot away a land. Play a land. I mean, our opponent's board is kind of big. We're going to have to trade Eagles for things that we don't really want to trade with. I don't know if we win this one or not, honestly. Opponent has a Smog. Well, okay, let's make it indestructible. Our opponent knew we were going to do that. They had to know, right? They knew we had it. Ooh, so opponent has to pass. Okay, that's good news. That is good news. So let's play a Bofer. So if we just all out swing, do we survive? So if we go like this, opponent's going to drop to 10. Then this blocks here. This blocks here. This blocks here. The problem is they do have We need to block at least 2 things. Yeah, I think that's right. I think we get him for 12. Plunder the troll shaws. See if we can hit something to play. Well, not really. Well, let's pass the turn. Pass the turn. Ooh. Oh, okay. I see the list. Quintorius, Chandra Sparkhunter, Elspeth Stormslayer. Cool, but Red Artist Talent. Oh, that actually looks sweet, Hanty. Wow. That was literally exactly what they had to draw. Brutal. Oh, come on. Come on now. Wait, what are we getting punted for on that one? For attacking? I don't know that was actually incorrect. Like, should have Eagle Rescue on Bofur. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, I think there's some amount of hindsight bias there. Like, yes, if you had known when we cast the Troll the Plowshaws that we were going to draw 2 useless lands, then I think it would have been better. But if we had drawn any reasonable card, then it probably would have looked differently. At least that's my thinking. It's like some amount of hindsight bias probably. I don't think it's an early scoop. We're just literally dead on board that we have no blockers. They have more creatures than we have life totals. Being the Dad Rock fan that you are, Dad Rock fan. I was watching your Dwarven Chainsaw. Every time you play Dane Company, I fully expect you to start singing the card name to the tune of Bad Company by the band Bad Company off the album Bad Company, Dane's Company. I actually don't really know this song. Like, I know the song from the radio, but that's not one I know well enough to sing. I would not think of that one. That is a good bit, though. I like it. I think you should have run Roll. Oh, I don't know about that. I feel like, I mean, we could definitely run it for fun. Running it for fun is very legitimate. Just running it because you like it's very legitimate. I feel like as far as a win-loss perspective, I think the biggest issue with cards like that is essentially just, they're very situational. And I think that's fine in some limited formats. I think you can get away with playing situational cards. But, I think this format tends to be so aggressive that if you need to get a body on the battlefield and instead you draw a roll, and you don't have anything to do with it, it can just be like a lose the game moment, essentially. So that's kind of my worry just with this format in specific. If it was like a slower Secrets of Strixhaven pace format, then I think it'd be a lot easier to play something like that. But I feel like in this format, it's just, it's so fast and punishing that I feel like it's kind of tricky. Please no Pinecone, whatever. Don't kill our Bard. We need this to live. Like, we got the map. We got the plunder. We have everything we want for it. We just need, okay, that is fine. That is fine. And we get a Stone by Sunlight. That is even better. Now we have protection for days. Let's go Bard Beats. We will 1 and 2 plunder. Second card. Grow the Bowman, give it lifelink, hit ya. Throw her down to 18. We're basically a Voltron deck now. Do I have a personal go-to competitive like CDH deck? No, I don't really have. The closest thing I have. Hey, thank you, Trash Gnome. I'm glad we got it working. It's been really sweet to have it up on the YouTube. The closest thing I have to something CDHable is a Paco and Holden deck. that actually was initially a gift from Doug from the Twitch chat is how I initially got it. But that's the closest thing I have to something that's really CDH, and it's not actually full CDH viable. Like, I could upgrade it more and make it into like a lower tier CDH deck, but I just don't play enough, or I don't play CDH consistently enough to have a interesting. The Eagles may be coming. Well, we do need to draw. We do need to draw. The problem is if we do this, we can't leave up protection. And we do also want to leave up protection. Do we just... Oh, man. Passing sounds insane. So we can Provisioner. I don't know what we do here. If we had one more mana, this would all be very easy. Let's play a Provisioner. Let's play a Bowfer. And I think we just pass. I think we don't trigger Bard this turn. I really want to leave up protection for this Bard. It's so good if it sticks around, but I think it's also a big removal target. So with the Stone by Sunlight in hand, I think we have to... Well, okay. This is not how we wanted to do this, but alright. We'll pick it up. Better than our opponent stealing it, that's for sure. Opponent gonna go on the big attack. Well, we might as well do some blocking now since we already spent our Eagles are coming. Let's replay the Bard. Play the land, pass it. Next turn we start to get to do things. Next turn we get to do things. About it. Has every opponent we played against been a red deck or like red something? I feel like we've played against all red decks this draft. Like red X something. I don't think it would have fizzled it because it's an artifact in addition to its other types. So if it just turned it into an artifact, it would definitely fizzle it because it's actually... Yeah. So if it was only an artifact, it would have fizzled it because they need to share a card type. But since it would be an artifact and a creature, then Bilbo, I think, would still work. Well, there goes the Eagles are coming. And Tidings of War to make a Goblin token. About it. I'm gonna get in, hit us. Yeah, down to 9 for now. What else you got, opponent? What else you got? Oh, we kind of wanted that Eagle. Losing that Eagle does suck. Opponent has a Bilbo. Well, we untap. We draw land. Well, let's play the Nuisance. Get rid of the Eagles Rescue. Make a door. Grow the Bard. Play the land. And no attacks. No attacks. Stay on defense. Wait, doesn't it say... Until end of turn, target creature becomes an artifact in addition to its other types and gains indestructible. I'm pretty sure it's still a creature. The way those words read to me, it kind of sounds like it's still a creature. Well, that is a big goblin. I mean, hopefully Stone by Sunlight just kills it. Yeah, let's see if we can blow up this army. Alright, not dead yet. Not dead yet. Doing our best to die here, but we're not quite dead yet. Brett the Sequel, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we need to gain some life. So I think we put this on Beaufort. Go to combat, hit you with the Beaufort, gain back some life. Play the land, leave up the Troll Shaws. I mean, we might be able to close it out. We might be able to close it out. I feel like we might be stabilizing. Not dead yet is how I describe my magic creep. Oh, that is pretty good. Found it. Gandalf, that's a good card. And they have a wizard? They do not have a wizard. Bard's really good. I feel like Bard might be the biggest reason to go into Azorius, honestly. I think it's got to be at least on the short list of the biggest reasons to go into Azorius. So in the Hobbit, is Bard the one that wait, what am I getting punted for this time, Durable? Is Bard the one that killed Smog? So opponent gets in, can't do anything about that. Sure. Sure. Boat. Wait, boat? Wait, what boat? I'm so confused, Gerbil. I'm so confused. Can you look at my commander deck? Ooh, Sauron. All right, there's a Gandalf. Sure. And a land. Well, we are going to plunder the Troll Shaws. Grow the nuisance. Well, let's play the instructor. Get rid of a island. Grow the nuisance. Grow this token. I mean, go to combat. Smack you. Opponent down to 4. And yeah, play the land. We're back up to 18 past the turn, and I think we might be good. Sauron Dark Lord, eh? Ooh, they're backing. Ooh, so is this looks like an opponent cannot beat all the flyers. Eagle's Rescue, honestly, maybe better than Eagles are coming in our deck. Eagle's Rescue, it has convinced me that it's at least good in a deck with a bunch of recruit stuff. It's like very good in a deck with a bunch of recruit stuff. The Sauron deck looks cool. I like the Lord of the Rings theme. It has a nice Lord of the Rings flavor to it. So that part I definitely like about it. And then maybe wait, is this Doctor Who? Oh no, that's Lord of the Rings. Okay. I thought maybe there was one Doctor Who card in there for the memes. This end looks good. Yeah, the deck looks sweet. I like it. It looks fun. What made you decide to build Sauron? Question for you: with the Star Trek coming out, what do you think Borg will be color-wise? They don't feel black in lore, like the Daleks or Phyrexians. I am not a good person to ask that to, just because I really don't know that much about Star Trek. Hey, what's up, Elixir? Doing well. Doctor Who, that set. Don't worry, I think Star Trek is going to be Doctor Who 2.0. So we're gonna get to do it again. Relive the joys of Doctor Who. Well, let's get down this Bard. If the Bard lives, life is pretty good. If Bard does not live, then life is very sad. That's our only Bard. They called upon over the opinion on going into a color in a fail draft. Why did they? Oh, they killed our bard. Bilbo. 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 Well, that makes life way worse. What a jerk. Well, let's play the map. Grab 8 planes. Play another provisioner. Get in with the provisioner. Oh, we needed that life gain. I wasn't playing when Doctor Who came out. I mean, Doctor Who was fine. It's just like, it's the most like IRL actory set they've ever made, where it's just a lot of like, here's a British actor kind of thing. And for some reason, I don't, those are some of my least favorite sets. I'm not a, wow, we're getting stomped. We're getting stomped by our opponent just playing big green things. I think we have to do, oh man, take the extra crispy recipe here, which is trying to pass and double block and pump. And then if our opponent is removal, we lose. But playing one of these isn't that great because it only grows it to a 4/4. So we're still going to be in the same position where we're going to be double blocking and potentially losing. And we're -1 card in hand. So I feel like if that's the plan, we just double block, pump, hope for the best, and maybe top deck a removal spell or something. Oh, fake draft. Oh, about it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, Boat is the best blue card I think in the set. But Bard I think is also one of the reasons to, or one of the best payoffs for being in Azuria. Is like, it makes the recruiting stuff so much better. Found it. Wow! No. Oh, that was a pun. That has to be a pun by our opponent too, though. What just happened? I thought we were clicking to combat and it just clicked to our turn. Why did they not attack? Okay, well, okay. Well, that's awkward because I would have plundered the Troll Shaws. Benedict Cumberbatch as Sheoldred is unironically one of the funniest things that Wizards has ever put out. It is funny. It is funny, and I don't know if it's in a ha-ha sort of way, but it is. We only have one Bard, sadly. I wish I had more. But we only found one in our draft, and now it's dead. But I would play 3 or 4 if I could. Oh, yeah, we're so done. We're so done. There's the removal spell. Yeah. Oh, we have been defeated. I did get settled once in draft, and it was as brutal as it sounded. It was as brutal as I expected, and I don't know if you can realistically play around it. I don't know if you can you actually be in draft, like, depending on the situation. Like, I'm sure if it's telegraphed in some way, but I'm not sure you can just be like, oh, they have 4 mana up, I'm not going to attack them in a draft. Like, I guess, like, maybe situationally, but I just don't know. It's hard to play around. It's hard to play around a rare. So we finished 3-3 with this deck, which, yeah, I think it could have done a little better than that. Maybe. It's okay. It didn't have a lot of removal. The Eagles Are Coming was good sometimes, but very bad sometimes. Bard is good every time it lives around. The Patient Instructors were good. I think the biggest takeaway for me from this deck is Eagles Rescue actually pretty good. When you read, it's like, man, 4 mana for +2/+2 and flying, and then it comes back only on 1 power things. But in practice, it actually played pretty smoothly. So, yeah, I mean, if you can suss it out and play around it, like, it feels so good. But yeah, I think in general, you probably just gotta go for it and trust that they're not gonna have it much of the time. So I don't think we're not gonna do a sealed. I think I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up here because I gotta do some other stuff. So we'll have to wait on sealed. We'll do sealed in the future sometime. But that's a Hobbit draft. So we got a trophy in our first draft, 3-3 in the second draft. No Rakdos, so that's a win. Anyway, everyone, I think that's our stream for today. So some reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube doesn't exist anymore. If you want to watch the replay, go to the normal YouTube because we're streaming on the normal YouTube now. So check that out. Another reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you get them at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And most importantly, Thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing, and you're awesome. And thanks for hanging out. I hope you have an amazing day, a great week, and we'll do it all again next week. So until then, everyone, be good. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.